Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rookies and Rulebooks, Session 8, Episode 8. If you haven't watched this before, you can catch up on older episodes in a playlist that will be linked down below. If it's your first time here, give us a subscribe, give us a like. Quick warning, a little bit of a trigger warning here. This episode is going to open up with some graphic descriptions of death and a little bit of carnage. If you have an issue with that, go ahead and skip like 20 minutes into the episode. We should be past that by then. But otherwise, stay tuned. Let's go to our intro, and then we'll meet the players. Hello, everyone. Hello, players. Hello, audience. We're just gonna go right in order because every time we mess it up, we get something wrong. David, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character and your level 3 subclass, as everyone's leveled up to level 3. So,
Yes. Hello, I am David B. I play Vandal, the Hill Dwarf rogue, and my subclass is a soul knife. I have psionic abilities now.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Jess.
Kia ora, I'm Kiwi Jess, and I play Aurelia, a Half-Orc Paladin that now has taken her sacred oath, which is the Oath of the Watchers, if I'm not mistaken, so...
That is correct. And Jillian.
Hello, I am Jillian Marie. I am playing Daerwyn, the Shadar-Kai elf ranger. And my level 3 new thingy is a Gloomstalker. Ooh. So fun, so spooky. Gloomstalker ranger, so fun, so spooky.
And Zach, the only exception because you pick your archetype at level 1, give us your pact boon.
Right, so my name is Zach. I play Godrick, the Leonin Warlock. And my pact boon was Pact of the Tome, which allowed me to pick some more very useful cantrips. So I've got some more fun things that I can do to help our party. And something that makes a bunch of stuff explode.
Perfect.
Don't say explode. Don't say explode at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
Speaking of explosions.
Damn it,
no.
Zach, I told you.
I feel like that trigger warning at the beginning was more directed at us to be like...
No, I gave you guys an off-camera trigger warning.
Here we go.
Be prepared.
So, you guys have been following an investigation into the Stone of Galore, a object of mystery that is being sought out by the Castellanters, and you guys have learned is most likely being sought out by at least the Xanathar Guild, among others. The great game is afoot, and it has been brought to your doorstep. As you've been sort of inspecting your newly renovated tavern, hasn't even opened for its first day of business yet. There was an eruption of a fireball in the alley in front of the tavern. The windows shook, and just as the smoke clears, you see a series of charred bodies and a mass of rubble. As you watch in horror, you see a figure rush forward, reach into the pocket of one of the bodies, and then dash away.
Can I do Hunter's Mark on them?
What's the range of that?
Let's find out, shall we?
I'm calling
that
out
means-
for the ragamuffins. Where are they
90
responding?
feet. 90 feet.
90 feet. You can do 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, you can do Hunter's Mark.
I would like to do Hunter's Mark,
Okay.
please.
Go ahead and mark off your spell slot. You now know the location within a certain reason. I don't know, read the spell of what of that person. Or you have advantage on tracking them, I believe.
Using a spell slot of third, you can maintain your concentration on the spell for 8 hours.
No. You don't have a third level spell slot. You have a first level spell slot. So you get an hour.
Oh, well.
We'll get after
At least I have something.
An hour's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
have advantage on any perception or survival check made to find it.
I would like to run to the bodies and see if I can touch any of them and cure wounds.
Certainly. So
I will actually, instead of cure wounds, I'm sorry, it will be healing light that I will try to do.
So
Are they all dead, by the way?
I will.
Like, presently?
So, do you guys all go out into the street?
Yeah,
Yes,
I go onto the street.
Yeah.
So as you guys come out, you notice other people start to come out of the shops and homes around. There is 11 corpses.
Oh.
Do we recognize from
You
our
notice
time?
one of these bodies, as you guys start to approach, sort of get up and stagger away out of the alleyway. The remaining bodies are there's one elderly female woman. There are 2 humans in sort of yellow cloaks with black leather armor and sheathed longswords. There is 2 female humans, 1 male half elf, all dressed in plain clothes. They look like they're very modest clothing. And there is 1 male gnome wearing a burned cloak and clutching a dagger to his corpse.
Were all of these people in our tavern, or were they just, like, outside?
There's no one
it?
in the tavern. So the fireball happened.
Okay.
The tavern's not open yet.
Yeah, that's why I was confirming.
So T1 is the tavern. The fireball is marked on the map with the ring of fire there.
Got it.
Just so you know, doesn't it say? Shouldn't it be episode 8?
It sure should. It sure.
And with the magic of editing, fix.
With the magic of
There we
me opening Photoshop while we do this, because I'm not going to go back and edit that on the video.
Everybody, just squint.
Everyone
Squint
just
at it.
just pretend it says episode 8 there, guys.
Yeah.
It's definitely an 8. Mm-hmm.
And the final body is one that you recognize. It is the small, huddled figure of Jenks, the ragamuffin, clutching his owlbear familiar.
No.
And
Is the
he's
owl
dead.
be familiar
I can't-
alive?
The owlbear familiar is made of straw, so he's no more alive than he was to begin with.
Can I?
Oh, no.
And I can't. He's beyond. Oh, excuse me. He's beyond saving.
Can I resurrect the dead? Is that a thing?
So you can attempt to healing light, but he doesn't appear to be drawing breath. Nat
and Squidly are fine though. Do we see
you
them?
do not see Nat or Squidly there.
Okay.
Come on, spells. There's got to be a fixed death spell, right?
There is when you hit 5th level.
I was about to say, I don't know that us are level 3s. I mean, I'll try. I'll burn a healing light and try. Just, you know.
So you place your hand to his chest, and a flare of white gold light leaves your hand and sort of dissipates before reaching his corpse.
Okay, can I go over this? Can I go after the figure that staggered away, or have they already departed long enough that I wouldn't be able to find them?
Yeah. As you sort of turn the corner, he left out. Can't see it on the map here, but he left out the. No, you know what? He would have staggered past you out the north entrance.
Okay.
To the alleyway.
Yeah, I'll go along with her in
him?
case there's healing needed.
Yeah, about as you guys pass out that north entrance, you see you sort of see him go into a limping run and sort of attempts to get out of the way. He does, however, trip and fall.
Oh, good.
While they're doing that, can I investigate the scene? Like, try to figure out what caused it? Or, like...
Give me an investigation check.
And can I run over to the figure after they've tripped?
Yeah, we'll get to that in 1 second. I gotta kind of figure out everything that's going on at the same time here.
Mm-hmm.
And then just meanwhile, Daerwyn's gonna take off the cloak that she's wearing and she's gonna put it over little Jinx's body or whatever his little name was.
It is Jinx.
It was Jinx.
She's gonna cover him up with her cloak.
And then Daerwyn, you have the hunter's mark on the first figure that ran. Aurelia, you have eyes on the second figure that ran. As you go over to him, you could see half of his face is completely red and partially melted in burn scars. This man...
It's giving Phantom of the Opera.
This man in sort of black leather armor, nicely cut, has a nice trim shirt under it. He says...
Does he look... Sorry, I just want to know, does he look as like charred and like burned up as the rest of the bodies did? Or does he look like he might have caused the charring?
He looks like he might have been on the outskirts of the attack.
Okay.
Vandal, with your investigation check.
17.
As you sort of start looking over the bodies, you notice the two cloaked humans with the leather armor both have flying snake tattoos up the side of their neck.
Okay.
That's the Xanathar symbol.
That is a symbol of the Zentarum.
Zentarum, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Both going up the side of their neck. The dead gnome has dry waste on his cloak and boots, suggesting that he's come through the sewers. You also see above, you see some spots where shingles from one of the roofs nearby have been knocked off. As well as you also see a few figures huddled around that looks like they were watching. There is a elven woman, an elven person, excuse me. An elven person that you recognize as Fala Lefalier. Really hard name pronounced. Fala. Fala, who is the proprietor of the of Corlon's Crown, the herbalist shop directly across the street.
Mm-hmm.
You see someone who looks like they're a little bit wealthy, who was coming out of one of the shops down this direction. T5.
Were any of the shops destroyed in this?
None of the shops were destroyed. The manor house directly across from you, here, looks like it has some damage to it.
But
but no,
nothing
no
catastrophic.
The explosion is like a crater in the street.
Yeah.
You said with the rubble and stuff. That's
Okay.
from the street.
Yeah. And then you see right about here, behind a rain barrel, you see Nat and Squidly. Kind of huddled watching, just in shock.
But they're alive.
They are. They
Oh,
seem
no.
alive, unharmed, and fine.
They're
You
unharmed.
have a-
Okay.
You have a just Nat and Squiggly slide
Pop
out now.
I sure
That's
do.
so
That makes
sad.
It makes me
You
so
sick, disgusting,
Ugh.
cruel man.
Aurelia.
As far as I can tell, they were
go
all
ahead.
just
Yes.
bystanders, right? The people looking, they're just like bystanders, witnesses to the event.
Just bystanders, as far as you can tell.
Mhm.
Aurelia, you stop. You stop the man in black leather,
Mhm.
and he kind of is pulling himself up off the ground. You see, his whole side of his face and like half of his clothes are scorched.
Can I aid him in picking him, like helping him to his feet?
Yeah, you help him to your feet. He says, "Thank you. I need to see a doctor."
Yeah, I reckon you do need a hospital.
Yes.
I'd suggest that you go. You go. What happened?
There was an explosion out of nowhere.
Okay. Do you know? Did you see anyone? Did you see anything at all?
Yeah, it was just people going to work and.
Okay.
I will.
What can I do?
I will do
Amazing.
one d6 of healing light on him
Okay. So as you
to
kind of
maybe make it a little easier for him to talk to us.
Sure.
Exist.
So you see some of that scarring recedes.
I've got a. Do you want the number?
Yeah. Some of that scarring recedes, but it does. But part of it, instead of being like red, raw, burned flesh, becomes blackened scarring.
Oof. Can I roll for perception? Can I just see if I notice anything about him that would be suspicious?
Yeah, you can also do insight if you'd like.
Oh, yes, I'd like to do insight. $15.
15. You could tell he's trying to get away, and there's a note of fear in him.
It doesn't look like anyone's followed us, though, right?
Doesn't look like anyone's followed you currently, no. But you could do a perception check if you want to look for anyone watching you or following you.
Yes, please.
Sorry, side note real quick. Can you fix my swords?
I
on
sure can.
here?
Yeah. Great
Thank
point.
you. Because I fixed them.
Yeah, you did. Just in time, too, it seems.
I know. I'm glad I remembered that they were damaged and acidy.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Thanks. Thank you.
Sean, question.
Mhm.
Were we able to tell which body was like
The center.
pickpocketed?
From where you currently are, because you had moved and left. No, but Vandal, you can tell it was either the gnome or one of the two cloaked bodies. One of the two with the snake tattoos. The Zentarum
Okay.
tattoos.
Can I investigate their bodies to see like?
Certainly. Give me an well, no, you already gave me an investigation check. You're fine.
Yeah, I already did.
The two tattooed ones both have long swords at their back. They look like they're armed for something. The dead gnome does have a pouch on him that looks like it's been recently opened. And in that pouch is 5 gemstones.
My perception check was a 19, by the way.
19, okay.
That's adjusted.
Daerwyn, are you going after the guy? Sorry.
I was gonna say, Sean, can I have Daerwyn go follow her mark?
Mm-hmm. We'll get to that in just a second.
Okay. I was gonna say, I wanted to wait until you're...
I don't want to split everyone up too much.
Yeah.
There is a common thing said in Dungeons and Dragons. Don't split the party. Now, often, that's one of those things said as, don't split the party because you'll all get killed alone. But also because it makes it harder to dungeon master.
Yes.
I am fine with going with Daerwyn if we
so we're
run
gonna
our individual kind of looky-loos around
I'm going to
here.
bring you all together and then we can move from there.
Okay.
So, Aurelia, the man that you're holding up begins sort of to kind of push away and start to move on. You don't notice anyone immediately around you watching. You do notice 2 things, though. You see that he has some mud and gunk on his boots. And you see above you, in one of the... Actually, it's probably your own roof, sort of darting around the Trollskull Manor roof. You see the small orb form of a gazer kind of spot you guys and dart away.
Okay, cool.
It's what you encountered in the sewers, the little mini beholder.
It's the beach ball that took out
Okay,
Godrick.
the tiny beholder.
Mhm.
Okay.
So cute.
Cool.
But Ursel begins to try to push himself off you and begin down the street farther.
Okay, I don't trust this. Is there a way to find out if he's good or evil? Is it just detect good and evil?
So detect good and evil will tell you if he's a creature from another plane of existence. It will not tell
I just
you
want
if
to know
he's
if he's
actually
got
good or
nefarious intent. I
evil.
just want to know if he's
Try
nefarious
to
intent.
intimidate him.
So usually that would
Intimidate him
be,
with your size.
usually that would be a insight check, but most of what you're getting from him from insight is just that he's afraid. But probably based on what he's just been through.
Okay. Can I get his contact details?
Sure. What do you ask him?
Have your phone number.
Is it just for insurance purposes? Probably should exchange
For insurance purposes.
because it was very close to our manor, and
Roll a persuasion check.
For insurance purposes.
That's a thing, right? Waterdeep.
Yeah, there's insurance in Waterdeep.
Because we're gonna have to talk to our insurance company because now there's this big old hole near our manor, and it's going to affect business. So probably insurance will come back into this. Okay, what was it? Was that persuasion?
Persuasion,
which is +2. 17.
17. Okay, that's pretty good. He kind of looks at you, looks you over, and goes, my name's Urstel. I stay in the big, hold on, let me get a description of this real quick.
Making you find content. Look, it's Aurelia. She panics under pressure. She's going to ask weird things like insurance details. That's how I perceive it. She's just to speak to another creature. It's not going well.
The suspense is killing me.
All right. Sorry.
No.
There's a lot of information in this scene and this chapter, so...
I'm sorry, and I'm asking questions.
No, you're supposed to... It's an investigation. You're supposed to ask questions. It just means that I have to stop more than I would like to on stream, but off stream, it's like, yeah, this is normal. So he says... Godrick, because you're there, can you also give me a persuasion check?
I sure can. Can it be
You
intimidation?
got this, buddy. You got this.
It can be intimidation, but it'll change the whatever check you roll will change the outcome.
Okay.
Ew.
Godrick, I don't want to intimidate the man just in case we need to.
Persuasion? Okay. That is a 17 as well.
Okay, cool. So he looks you two over. He doesn't really see anything that he has to worry about. I mean, you just healed him. You helped him up. He says, I don't know that he would, because I don't know. I don't know that he would give you his residence. Is my issue, right?
Well, you get to
How
decide
do I
that,
find
though.
him?
Well,
so what he does
we're gonna
tell
try
you-
to we're gonna try to track down, those responsible, and you might be entitled to compensation.
Okay,
You know,
now I need a deception check.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not necessarily
Have you-
deceiving him. We are gonna, but
Have you
okay,
recently been on
deception
the end
check
of a fireball? Well, you might be entitled to compensation.
is a 17 as well.
Okay.
Godrick's out here grifting. Like,
So he says, I don't need the money. But a couple times a week you could find me at Froon's Brews. Yeah. That's where I'll be.
or you could come to Trollskull Manor, and we have a fine establishment.
And things almost never explode.
Perhaps I might. I just might. And he starts.
The first round's on us.
And then he starts beginning down the alleyway farther.
Yeah. I think he's
nods
I
a
think
thank
he's,
you towards
Godrick, do you want to keep going with this? Because I think we just leave him. We'll let him.
Yeah, I mean, unless we're gonna get more aggressive with him, and I don't think we know enough about the total story to do that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
back to Vandal and Daerwyn. Daerwyn, you've just put the cloak over Jinx.
Yeah.
Vandal, you've spotted some of the witnesses, and you can tell which body. You've got that bag of gems there. It looks like it's where something was taken out of the bag of gems.
Mm-hmm.
And that was on the gnome that looked like he was in the sewers.
The gnome.
Yeah.
That was on the gnome.
And would we have? Does the mud and gunk on the gnome look the same as the gunk on Ultor's boots?
As you come back and approach, yeah, that would be something that you notice. But before that, Vandal and Daerwyn, is there anything the two of you guys want to do?
So Daerwyn will kind of put her hand on little Jenks And then, does she see are the other ragamuffins like in view of her?
Yeah,
yeah,
I want to go check on them.
Your passive perception, yeah, you would notice them.
Okay, so she's gonna look over at them, like she's trying to keep a strong composure, but like there's a little bit of glistening in her eyes, and she's just gonna nod toward them, and then Daerwyn's gonna start following that hunter's mark.
Well, let's wait till the rest of the party's there, so that
Okay.
because that might lead you across the city, and I don't want to have you guys all separated. So please bear with me. Don't split the party, please.
Well, when the party gets there, she's gonna start.
Yeah, I can't run multiple D&D sessions.
We need to get Ned and Squidly safe. Are there burial rites here in Waterdeep for ragamuffins?
Yeah. Oh, for ragamuffins, no. Well, I mean, the city
Can
would
we do
the
one?
the city would probably observe. The city would do some sort of funeral service for anyone that has passed. Either the Church of the Raven Queen or some other church would deal with that. Maybe the Church of Lathander might be the ones responsible for that, actually. Or Ilmater. You know what? It would be Ilmater. Not that any of these words mean anything to you. Ilmater is sort of the god of martyrs, and they look to the poor and the downtrodden people who have been sort of victimized in their life. Ilmater is the god of that represents those.
Okay, then. So before,
Yeah,
I guess before.
So the ragamuffins kind of go towards Jenks, and they, they're crying and they're looking at him and sort of pushing him, trying to wake him up. But Nat picks up the owlbear and sort of hugs the little owlbear familiar.
Aww. So since the two of them are by Daerwyn right now with Jenks, can Daerwyn kind of pocket each of them some money, and she's going to tell them to go back to the manor and stay safe? Can she do that?
Nat signs something, and Squidly says, "What about Jenks?"
Oh.
Oh God, I don't even know. She's just gonna, Daerwyn's just gonna kind of bow her head a little and just be quiet, and she's just gonna put her hand on Squidly's shoulder.
Okay.
Question, Sean. Would there be
yes.
anything against us doing our own little thing for Jenks, like putting him somewhere until we can do our own little thing? Because I don't know whether the ragamuffins will want a church to handle it, or whether they'd want us to.
It is a crime scene. It is a crime scene. So moving a body would be, before the watch arrives, would be frowned upon.
Tampering with a corpse.
But you could certainly make it known that you want to be responsible for his burial service.
I'll let
do you
guys want to do that?
Like,
do you want to have our own thing for Jenks?
Yeah.
I think
So-
in the interim, I'll tell Nat and Squidly, like, don't worry about Jenks. We'll look after him. You guys make sure you're safe.
So Godrick and Aurelia do arrive. And like I said, you have multiple witnesses. You have Nat and Squidly appeared to have been witnesses. If you want to talk to any of them.
Daerwyn, since you've got a relationship with the ragamuffins, do you want to talk to them?
Yeah, she'll ask if.
Or is it going to be too hard?
She'll probably question them later. She doesn't want to. She wouldn't want to grill them as we are currently.
So should we get intel from the other witnesses then?
Little buddy. Yeah.
So
he's rolling.
I'll let
guys,
you guys.
rolling.
I let the rest of the party know about the about what I investigated with the 2 Zentaurums and the pouch with the 5 gemstones.
Daerwyn.
Mm-hmm.
Nat hands you this sort of gold necklace with 7 clasps for like 7 bead Like it's like a little like clasp with a bead, a red bead in it. There are only 2 beads remaining on that clasp. So the other 5 are empty. There are two beads, 2 little red beads remaining on the strand.
Just like the 2 ragamuffins.
And Squidly explains, when we were hiding this, we hid behind those rain barrels, and this fell into one of them from the roof.
From the roof?
Okay.
And that's around where Vandal, you spotted the shingles.
That came off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's wise for someone of my size to get on a roof, so I might leave that to someone else if they want to investigate that.
Well, I mean, you guys looking up there, you don't see anything up there anymore. But you could see a spot right on the edge where it looks like someone was standing and some of the shingles came down.
Daerwyn's gonna pocket the. She puts it in her pocket.
Do we know? Can we investigate that item to see like what? I mean, I'm afraid that it could be like you take one of those off and you throw it, and that caused the explosion. So I don't know. I don't know.
Roll an Arcana.
I don't know
check
what it
for me.
is. Okay. That is a 11.
That's a good guess, maybe.
Can I Arcana check it since they handed it to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are my spells and stuff? There we go. Oh, that's all I have. Oh, okay, well, let's see. Let's hope I get a good roll. Oh, nat 20. Hey!
Okay. That's a very good guess, because that's exactly what it is. It's a necklace of fireballs. Each bead is one casting of the fireball spell. You rip off a bead and throw it, and it casts fireball. Which is very, very powerful magic.
So we have the cause of the explosion in Daerwyn's pocket.
It's in my pocket.
And it has two fireballs remaining.
Is it pretty safe?
Is it safe
separated?
in my pocket?
Yeah, you have to make a conscious effort to.
Okay. I don't want to just spontaneously combust.
Yeah.
So
Daerwyn slips down the
You
stairs.
accidentally scrape against the wall. Whoops.
Yeah.
Should I add that? Can I add that to my inventory?
Add a necklace of fireballs with 2 charges remaining. Add a necklace of fireball and then change it to 2 charges remaining.
Okay.
Fireball is you can throw the sphere 150 feet. It makes a 40-foot blast, dealing 8d6 damage.
Oh, 8?
Dang.
8d6 damage.
That is a lot.
8?
8.
That's how you melt off half of the face.
That's how you kill 11 people at once. Yeah.
Or one giant boss.
Or yeah, you can get.
It is a pretty necklace.
Yeah, there should be a picture of it somewhere.
It is. Yeah, it's. I don't know if it's not going to show up. I don't think. No.
No. It's just
so how do I? Okay.
white
So
square.
once it's in my backpack, how do I? Okay, where'd it go? Necklace says fireballs. How do I edit it? Available charges 2. I see it.
So it doesn't recharge, but you've got 2 uses of fireball, should you need them.
Neat.
Oh,
Do
sorry.
we have
the necklace,
an obligation?
The necklace specifically only allows you to throw it 60 feet. The normal fireball spell is 150 feet. The necklace only lets you do 60 feet.
Okay.
So technically, that is a murder weapon.
That is currently sitting in my pocket.
So-
Yes.
No one else needs to know.
Shh.
Understood. I'll go along with that.
Can I go talk to witnesses? Because you said there are a few.
Yeah. So before we
living
move
about.
on from the scene, let me check something here real quick. Okay. Yes, you have the remaining witnesses. You have Fala, who is the elven proprietor across the street, and you have what looks like someone of sort of noble birth who had just left what you guys know as the Tiger Eye Detective Agency.
Okay.
T5 on your map.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have any preference of who you guys go talk to or canvas at all?
No.
No.
We can ask
No,
the
I don't.
shop owner first, I guess. Are they huddled together? The shop
No.
owner and the nobleman?
They're one is near T4 on the map, one's near T5 on the map.
Should we split up?
could I
Dave?
maybe-
I know
could I
you don't
maybe
want us to split up,
simplify-
Sean. But
Well,
just-
that's different. That's different. But I don't want you guys to go off to different parts of the city.
Could we maybe do? Could I maybe do this, Sean? Could I raise my voice and just say like, excuse me, everyone. Like, did anyone see anything? Did anyone see what caused this, or anything out of the ordinary right before it happened? And kind of just like make that plea to everybody.
Fala raises their hand and says, "Yes, I did."
What did you see, Fala?
the only one.
They're the only one that responds to you. Everyone else looks like they're mostly in shock. Fala says, "Well," and so Fala's shop, the bottom floor is, her shop and probably like house and bedroom. And the upper floor is a big greenhouse structure, like built on top of her building. And they say, I was watering the plants in the greenhouse on the second floor when the blast blew out some of my windows. Luckily, I wasn't injured. Through the smoke, I saw a cloaked figure take something from the body of that gnome, then started limping away. He was badly burned, but yeah. He headed out the
Badly
south
burned.
entrance.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, so not
Are there
not the guy they just talked to.
Are there any
No.
Are there any animals or creatures in the nearby area?
I would say the fireball would have scattered them.
Okay.
Right? Like what happens when a big blast or boom happens?
Yeah.
Birds
Okay.
fly away, animals scurry. I would
Okay.
say great idea. However,
Okay.
I think that they would have scattered
I tried. Okay.
in this case. Good job
Can I get a
thinking.
boon for that?
Good. I will give you a inspiration for that if you don't already have it. Good job remembering your new abilities. However, I think in this case that would have
Yeah.
cleared them out.
Yeah.
What about the other
So
witness? Do we want to talk to them? The other one's sort of standing around because I feel like even though they didn't put up
Yeah,
their hand,
the noble
maybe.
person.
Yeah.
So they look like they're some born of wealth and privilege. Very well dressed. They say. She says, "I will tell you, the thing I saw it was not a man. It was more like a puppet shaped like a man. A puppet without strings. It was on the rooftop, and it hurled something at the crowd below and then jumped down. I saw that poor child burned alive."
Oh, I don't want details of that.
That's what it says in her text.
Y'all got ventriloquist dummies that are just sentient now. That's a thing. That's a thing.
You can roll a history check for me if you'd like. If anyone would like to, you can roll a history check.
Yes. I
I'll
want to
do
know.
She said she
I-
she said it jumped down from the roof.
Yeah,
Can
that's
she
something.
can she point us to where it
Yeah,
jumped
it's
down?
where
from?
you see the shingles. Where you see the shingles had fallen
Yeah.
off.
I roll. My first roll is a
24 is
20,
my
and my
history.
second roll is a 2. 2
Okay.
of that roll.
So
Ooh. Mine's only a 13.
It's better than my 2 plus 1.
Vandal, do you want
Yeah.
to roll that one too?
A history check? Yeah, sorry. Can I also go towards where the shingles fell and see if I can't find any I guess wood chippings or something, if it was a type of mannequin or ventriloquist puppet that was doing it? Because she
yeah,
said
roll
it
me-
jumped off the roof.
Roll me that history check first.
Where's history? Oh my god, I'm blind. All right, 11.
Intelligence history, yeah. 11, okay.
Yeah, 11.
So, everyone is familiar with... does it really not
Even
show
with
me?
my 3.
You rolled a 3.
Even with my roll of 3.
Okay, you maybe less so.
Yeah.
You maybe skipped this subject in school.
Yeah.
You were away
Yeah,
that day.
I wasn't. I was sick that day. I was
You were
clipping my
playing hooky
toenails that day.
Don't lie. It takes all day, man. Precision.
It does.
Sorry, throwback to a joke we had before we started recording.
thought-
It's green room jokes now.
Thank you. Thank you.
I thought there was a link to this in the page, but there isn't. You guys would all be familiar, except for Daerwyn, oddly, with
Hi. Yeah, right.
with the third day of Marnopeth, the month of Marnopeth. Marpenoth, excuse me. These months are fucking gibberish words. The third day of Marpenoth, you celebrate the Day of Wonders, where imaginative inventions of Gond are revealed on the day and paraded through the city. Devices range from something as humble as new cabinet hinges to massive mechanical elephants that either walk or roll about.
Neat.
Failure is the paramour of invention, meaning it is a rare year when there isn't some notable disruption of the celebration. The flying chair of Marchel was one of the most recent oddities, a device that worked marvelously on its way up, but was incapable of descending. Luckily,
Perfect.
Marchel was rescued by one of the Griffin cavalry, but his flying chair drifted away and was never to be seen again. So there are, constructs and robots that sort of wander through the city on this as part of this big parade. You'll see like mechanical bulldogs with like wind-up toy things on their back and stuff like that.
Normally they're not murdery.
Normally they're not. They're never intentionally murdery. How about that?
Okay.
Is that
Gotcha.
fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes the failure part of the innovation is that it accidentally murders.
Yeah, failure is there have been cases, not recently, but there have been cases where sometimes
Hey, man,
things
it's
get
not-
get a little
It's not the tool, it's the tool man. You
little
know what I'm
murdery.
saying?
Yeah, it's Tim Allen.
Yeah, it's Tim Allen making the tools to murder.
But sometimes things
You could use a hammer for nails or to bash someone's head in.
absolutely. these are true statements.
Not that I've done either or.
So at the mention, ironically, at the mention
Deadpan stare.
at the mention of the Griffin cavalry, you do notice one begin to sort of rotate about above you. This large griffin with a knight mounted on his back. They are some of the guards of Waterdeep.
Okay.
And then you start to see.
It's a good griffin.
Yeah, they are part of the Waterdeep, the City Watch, the city.
Okay, so they basically
Question. Character-wise, question. As a bounty hunter, would Daerwyn get along with the, the guards or police folk of Waterdeep?
That's up to you.
Okay, got it. I just wasn't sure. Okay.
Here's a picture from the Day of Wonders.
Oh, I want an elephant.
So
I want an
Oh my
elephant
god,
so bad.
I want that little English-looking bulldog.
the little
thing.
wind-up English bulldog, yeah.
Yeah, I want that so bad.
Yeah,
In real life.
I'm pretty sure the woman with the big frill, the lady construct with the big frill head and the purple dress, I think she's a Doctor Who villain from something.
I was
Yes.
gonna say it's kind of giving.
Looks
It's giving
funny.
Naboo, but Doctor Who
Yeah, a little
also
bit.
fits,
She looks,
but-
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the Day of Wonders. So yeah, it's not unheard of
Cute.
for there to be puppets and other things like that. But that festival is normally put on by the Temple of Gond.
And that's happening.
No,
Now?
no. That's
No.
like that's closer
Okay.
to the end of the year. But
Gotcha.
Yeah, the Temple of Gond. Gond is like the sort of god of invention and the forge and stuff like that. But the House of Inspired Hands is the name of his temple.
So, should we?
Was that Alphonse from Full Metal Alchemist, by the way, as well? Was that...
I don't know what a Full Metal Alchemist is, but I can tell you lots about alchemy and other alchemists.
It's an anime.
Someone comment.
I did some.
That
I did some reading on famous real world alchemist Faust last night. If you want to hear about that.
Oh, sorry.
But
should we?
That's what you're asking.
Should we get on? Start this
Finding
pursuit before we get bogged down with the law.
And also with the trail going cold, because it's only for an hour, right?
Can I investigate?
Yeah.
Or can I see like where the shinglings fell off, that general area? See if I can see anything that fell.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, so it's mostly just those shavings of shingle. There looks like there is a gold link from the necklace that has fallen off there. But aside from that, yeah, that's all you really see is the shingles, and you know that the necklace was dropped from the roof. There.
All right, let's go chase this dude.
Okay.
Avenger, our dear Jenks.
Let's go, guys.
So as you
A reckoning.
Now, what's the pace you guys are setting here? Are you guys running?
Daerwyn's kind of our...
Daerwyn's gonna escort the ragamuffins back into the
They've already gone.
manor.
You're good.
They're good. Yeah, Daerwyn's booking it. She's finding this guy who killed her little precious baby boy.
So, as you begin...
Possibly killed him.
As you begin sprinting out of the alleyway, you see a man in City Watch attire, and a second man, a shorter man with these sort of gold-trimmed glasses and frilly mustache, purple cloak and a staff, followed by, I'd say, Jesus Christ. 20.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
20 members of the City Watch.
Wow.
Oh, good lord.
Serious, guys.
Come around the corner from both sides of the alleyways and say, and running from the scene of the crime is not a good sign, my lady.
Well, first of all, if you were here when this happened earlier, you'd see that we've been investigating more than you have.
Poking your noses where they don't belong, also not a good sign, I see.
She's kicking off.
We, the City Watch, usually their response time's around 10 to 20 minutes in this part of the city. Because they don't need to patrol this part of the city as much.
Mm. Well,
How long
Daerwyn's
does a griffin take to fly?
Yeah, Daerwyn's a little frantic. B, she's a little pissed off, and C, she may or may not have a bad relationship with the City Watch. But she goes, "See, this is why
you haven't decided yet."
I haven't decided yet. What?
We'll figure it out as we go.
You said may or
We'll
may
do
not.
it
I said you haven't decided.
I haven't decided yet. No, I haven't decided yet. But Daerwyn's she's gonna just kind of keep following her hunter's mark, and she's like, "This is why people hire bounty hunters instead of the City Watch when they really need assistance." And she's ignoring them. She's just going.
They will try to stop you if you
Snaps when I
continue
go.
running.
Sean, can I would like to
They can try and stop me. That's fine.
I would like to use suggestion on the leader. And I would like to say,
I'm not going to tell you not to do that. I would like you to before you make that decision. If you don't already, you should have Owlbear open, and on that front page I have the code legal. We'll give you time to review that.
Owlbear.
There's a link in the. Well, I'll post the link in Discord for you.
I thought I had everything.
That is our new virtual tabletop we're using. I'm posting it in the rookies chat for you.
Aha.
A
I
sin
had
assaulting
roll
or impersonating a lord.
28.
Death. Oh, fun.
I'm just gonna give you.
Okay, crimes against.
Oh, Sean, I want to go back.
Okay. To what?
Because I want to perform ceremony to do funeral rite on Jinx, because I've just had a thought and I don't know where this is going, and I want to protect that little boy.
Do you have ceremony prepared?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Well, so that would be an actual funerary rite, right? What's your?
I'm just worried if we can. For context for the rest of the party, I'll read out what funeral rite does, because just in case you guys want to know what it is. So, we touch one corpse, and for the next 7 days, the target can't become undead by any means short of a wish spell. Because this campaign, we've seen some things already, and I don't want to fight Jinx.
What's the casting time on the ceremony?
1 hour.
Okay.
Oh shoot! No, I'm not going to be able to stand here for an hour.
Because it's literally you. That would be literally you performing, like, a funeral ceremony for him.
Back. Okay, but I'll do it when we come back then, if we can manage to come back.
So using magic to influence an official without consent, fine or damages up to 1,000 gold pieces, and edict. So, but here's the deal. The thing about suggestion is, it sounds like I'm just. I just say a couple of. I just say a couple of sentences.
Is it just for spoken?
So because it is verbal and it's verbal material, right?
Yeah.
So it would. The man next to him. Let me give you the display of these two.
Yeah, because I'm worried about the people around him if they're going to notice, because the person you're casting it on might not.
These are the two
people around him.
Right, and then we're talking to the short guy with the glasses. He's like the leader.
No, the guy on the left was the one that said that.
Okay.
The short guy in the glasses hadn't said anything, but you recognize the short guy in the glasses as a member of the order of the Watchful Order of Magists and Protectors, who you know as a member would recognize the casting of suggestion.
Gotcha.
Because he is probably a very high level wizard.
Mage's brother, you I am also in your order.
Nah, he's not a high level wizard, but he's a wizard.
we are pursuing a lead from some of our questions of those people over there. Why maybe our time could best be spent with us pursuing that, and you with all these fine men and investigating the scene.
So,
and I show my mage's badge. It's like a badge, but it's got like two wands.
His little you see his little amulet he has?
Yeah.
So that is you would have one of those as well that you probably don't wear. But it's got like a W for watchful, and then there's a little eyeball at the bottom, and lots of gold filigree on it.
Yeah, I hold mine up.
Roll me a persuasion check. Add an additional +2 to this because you are, in fact, a member of the Watchful Order.
I'm also going to use my inspiration for this.
Well, you only use your inspiration if you've failed.
Oh, I thought I had to declare it at the beginning.
You can do that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's even better.
If you explicitly wanted to take advantage on it, you could. But roll. Actually, I will give you advantage because Daerwyn is technically helping you on this check. So this is the two of you trying to convince them together.
Am I also rolling?
No. Just
because Vandal and I are hanging back.
Just
correct,
to help
Sean.
check.
We're sort of away from the rest of the party.
Right. You haven't started
Vandal
sprinting down the street yet.
No. We're just.
That roll was a 2, so that's going to go in jail, and I'm using my advantage. Roll again, and that is a. You said persuasion, and then you gave me +2, or did you take that away when you gave me advantage?
No. You +2s for your
That'll be a 19.
19.
Adjusted.
I will say I do recognize this boy. Not often you see a cardinal running around the city. Godrick and Daerwyn, if you wouldn't mind, I'm going to perform a service here. It's a bit invasive, but I have to know that you're telling the truth, that you are not the committers of this crime.
Just get on with it.
A penny for your thoughts, and he pulls out a copper piece and touches it to your head and touches it to your head. If I could have both of you, if you wish to resist, you may make a wisdom saving throw.
What exactly is his? He's just like he's literally trying to discern whether he calls the explosion or not.
So he pulls out a penny, says "penny for your thoughts," says something else in what sounds sort of like fake. It's probably draconic, like a pseudo draconic. It's not actual words, so it doesn't matter if you speak draconic or not. It's magical.
Darn.
It's like he's saying abracadabra in draconic, right?
Got it.
And then touches the
Nothing that matters.
Yeah, touches the copper. So he's clearly casting a spell.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't see a reason to fail or resist.
Okay.
Potentially.
Question. I do have a question. Are they going into my thoughts of if I committed this, or are they searching me because I have this thing in my pocket right now?
Wisdom. So wisdom saving throw would imply that they're going into your thoughts. Just a general D&D.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So they are not looking at my physical person. Okay, then I'm fine. I do not need to resist.
You feel a slight pressure, each of you. So first, Daerwyn, feel slight pressure somewhere between your temples, and you feel a presence within your brain briefly, and then
like that.
Terrible. Okay, and then he looks to the other man, Cromley. They are clear, or she is clear, and the cardinal, yes, and then pushes into your brain. Same thing. You feel that slight pressure. He says, neither of them have committed the crime. However, one of them is holding a piece of evidence.
Damn it.
Don't lose it. You may hang on to that, but we may ask for that if it comes up as relevant. Both of them are, well-to-do members of society with connections that we can trust. Godrick is in fact a member of the Watchful Order, so he will report back anything that needs to be reported, and Daerwyn has association with the Harpers, so we should be fine with either of them. They'll, of course, share relevant information. They're both free to go, and I believe that collective group wishes the body of young orphan Jenks returned to the manor after the investigation has been committed. So he went in deep.
Do we get cleared as a... Sure,
Yeah,
did Vandal and I
two
get
of
cleared
you-
as a proxy? Okay,
The
cool.
two of you are not invaded, but you are both cleared.
Because I was about to be like, Vandal, what's your backstory? Are you gonna...
I resist hardcore.
Are you liquid? Are you liquid, you mate?
The two of you are both cleared as members of... So, you see the guard start to make like sort of a, tape off cordon of that area, and you guys move about the street from there.
So good to go. Okay,
You are good
okay.
to
You
go.
guys go back to running. Vandal and I will keep up a steady pace because I don't think either of us are built for long distance running. So we're going to
I
conserve
literally
our
look like
energy.
Gimli from Lord of the Rings.
Toss me!
Toss me!
So, it's not a matter of running, because you guys don't have... Or, Daerwyn, you don't know an exact location. You have an advantage to track them.
Okay.
So, as you round the corner and get to where you last saw them, if you'd like, you can make a survival check. Hunter's Mark grants you advantage on this. This is for you to... Survival or
So I
perception.
roll twice.
Survival or perception, your choice. Just tell me which one you're doing.
Let's find out.
They're probably the same bonus.
They're both +5.
Okay, cool. You're proficient in both, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Do you need to know if it's survival or perception or no?
I'd like to know which one you're favoring, but in this case, the answer would be the same.
Okay, I'll do perception.
Okay.
And it's advantage, so I roll 2d20.
You roll twice, yeah.
And then the higher one.
But these are Seth Crowley and Alistair Blastwind. Barnabas Blastwind.
21.
21. Yeah, so you start to see these sort of weird footprint marks that aren't quite human shaped. They're not quite the shape of any other species you recognize. And you see spots where it's leaving black soot. And it is headed towards... where is it headed? That's a great question, Sean. If only you had this page ready to go and haven't opened 18 other pages while you've been working.
Hold for page turn.
Headed towards the seaward.
Okay.
To the west of you. And again, Owlbear Rodeo has that big map of the city for you.
Okay, so
she's gonna follow towards. She's gonna follow those footprints until.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they lead.
We're obviously following her.
So eventually they do sort of fade, but they are leading down Delzorin Street, which is a big street that sort of bisects the city. It's right where your tavern is located on Delzorin Street.
He's heading towards the Castellaners.
Yeah, the Castellaners are also off of Delzorin Street. That is correct. I did not realize that on the map.
Brilliant.
So are we still able to pursue, or do we have to pick up another clue?
You could still pursue.
Pursuing.
But let me see.
Yeah.
So A, I want to know who this guy is. B, I want to know what he took out of someone's pocket.
I want vengeance.
Well, who's to say he's the one who caused it?
Well, it seems like what we know about him. This thing will most likely have been programmed to this task, and is more or less a non-sentient.
It's more than likely that mannequin / puppet thing that the noblewoman saw jump off the roof.
The toy maker in this? What is going on?
Yeah, is Neil Patrick Harris going to come out and sing Spice Girls as we're...
Spice Girls?
Yeah. Yep. It's a Doctor Who reference.
Won't be mad at it, Sean, by the way. Won't matter to either Jill or I if that is the case. We'll take it gladly.
It might matter to me. Just kidding.
Vandal's like, I have an issue with it.
I have an issue with this.
Okay.
This
Eventually,
displeases me.
so around the time you reach, let's say, Sewell Street, you have lost the trail. And that's also about an hour where that has faded. However, you do know two facts. That one, that Zach has. I will give you three facts, actually. One that Zach has cognated onto. Castellanter Villa is this direction, down Delzorin Street. However, there is also the House of Wonder, which is the temple to Mystra, the goddess of arcane magic, and just general wonder, which, and the House of Inspired Hands is also in this direction, and they are the ones that put on the name of the parade that I already forgot. The Day of Wonders.
I think that would be a good place to go. At least, hey, are you missing any of these things?
So, question: the person that I put Hunter's Mark on. Was that the thing on the roof? Was that
was the thing based on what you guys have learned? Yes, that would be the thing on the roof.
Okay. Did I see what it looked like? Like, could I give like a rough,
but that
basic description?
That was the one that was described to you as a toy. What you saw was a very thin, frail figure in a burned cloak. That's what you saw. So you didn't get a good look at it. You just saw it from behind. You saw the backside of it. Sort of.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So there's
Can I
two
cast Detect
things.
Good
So
and
there's
Evil?
the toy thing, and then the thing in the cloak. I'm just confirming.
There's the toy thing and then the thing in the cloak. Yeah,
Which is the thing in the cloak is what I was following.
correct.
Okay.
No,
thanks.
sorry. The toy thing was the thing in the cloak. There was also
Yeah.
the
Got it.
man that went north that Aurelia
Yeah,
and
we already
Godrick spoke
Yeah.
with.
Got it.
Ulstul was his
Who
name?
was that? Was
Urstul?
Urstul?
Urstul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Technically, you guys didn't learn his name. Oh, no, he did tell you his name. Yeah, he did.
No,
Yeah,
he
he
told
did.
us his name.
Yeah.
Can I cast Detect Good and Evil?
Certainly. What's the duration on that? It's an hour, right? 10 minutes?
Do I have
10
like-
minutes.
What's the range?
Because I just... 30 feet.
30 feet. And what does
But
it tell you?
it follows me.
Right. And what does it tell you, Fey Fiend?
Celestial, elemental, undead, within 30 feet. As well as where the
Does-
creature's located.
Sure.
Question for the group: does anybody have like a pen and a paper or writing anything?
Yeah, I do.
Godrick
Yes.
does for sure.
Yeah.
Could
Yeah.
I've
could
been writing stuff.
I or
No,
Godrick
he means
or
characters.
Oh.
could
She means
could
characters.
I or Godrick draw what the footprints look like?
Yes. Yes.
So
I could,
like
Is either of you trained in either artist tools, scribes tools, anything like that?
Scribes, tools, I believe.
where would I find that?
Under tools and
Oh,
proficiencies.
tools.
Sean, I got a
or more?
1, so I'm going to use my inspiration to roll again. Just so
Oh,
you're
you don't have to
aware.
roll. You don't have to roll for that spell. It just happens.
I don't? Oh.
No. it just
Okay.
happens.
I don't. I just
Okay,
have
well then I
thieves'
did
tools
cast
and
Detect Good and
Woodcarver's
Evil.
tools.
Ah, you wasted the bad roll on that? Nice.
I actually don't have.
Exactly.
I have like ink and
Yeah, you have the
quill
tools.
and
It's
stuff,
just a matter of.
but I don't have proficiency in it.
So, you can roll.
Me or Godrick?
Either one.
Question: what about forgery?
Yes, Vandal. If you can, if you'd like, do you have a forgery kit?
I do have a forgery
Okay,
kit.
you can do this with your forgery kit if you'd like.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
Vandal, why don't you roll a? This will be an intelligence check. You're going to add your intelligence. You're going to add your proficiency, which is +2, and you're going to have advantage on this because you're being.
And
held
I have like 10 sheets of parchment. If he
Yeah,
needs like the
well, so
material,
he's got
I
his
can
forgery
give him-
kit.
Like he's got that in his
Yeah,
forgery
his
kit.
Forgery kit has
so-
everything it needs in it.
Gotcha.
So +2 with advantage.
Yeah, what's your intelligence plus?
It should be. It says +1 still.
So
I
plus
don't know
3.
if it's supposed to go.
No.
Okay,
So
plus-
you're adding +1 for intelligence, +2 for proficiency, and then you have advantage because Daerwyn and Godrick are helping you with this.
Okay.
So roll 2d20s.
Ooh, nat 20 on the
Okay.
second one. Heck
Woo!
yeah.
You are able
Nice.
to perfectly emulate the footprint, along with
Okay.
something that you guys didn't see in the dirt, but with Vandal sort of like doing an exact copy of what's on the ground. You do see there is a maker's stamp in there, like a little symbol for a maker's stamp on the bottom of the foot.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Nice job, Vandal.
Perfect
Thank
use
you.
of forgery kit. Also, Vandal, take inspiration if you don't already have it for the forgery kit.
Woo! I was hoping
Um,
you'd say that. Hell yeah.
Yay! I'm glad I suggested that.
Perfect
Alright.
use of that toolkit. All right.
Thanks, Vandal.
So, as you make your way down Delzoran Street,
What happened with my Detect Good and Evil? Did it do anything? No.
well, it lasts 10 minutes, so
Oh, okay.
gonna
We'll
narrate
find
it.
out.
At this stage, nothing.
You get the
Okay.
occasional little brief ping of something or another. Off Waterdeep's got all kinds, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
As you pass Castle Villa,
Oh, wonderful.
you get a few
course.
pings of devil, pings
Oh.
as you pass Castle Villa.
Of course we do.
And that's about where it fades.
Because they're
Okay.
vampires.
They are potentially vampires. Vampires are a form of undead, not fiend.
No, I already checked them out and you told me they weren't vampires.
Right, but Godrick's still suspicious that they're vampires. He's allowed to be.
Godrick's convinced.
I still haven't figured out a way to get him in front of a mirror.
There are ways to hide your nature from spells.
Why did you not tell me this until now, Sean?
It wasn't relevant.
It was relevant because I asked you if there was a way to detect them. You said, use
there
your
is.
spell. If you told me
There
there's
is.
a way that people could shield them, I would have come in with a secondary measure. Remember, I told you about this off camera. All the plans I had to try and show, prove who they were.
Can I interrupt on something really quick?
Yes.
Would anyone know the maker's stamp that is in that footprint? Would anyone see it as familiar? Would we know who it is?
No.
Okay.
No. Even to the point where I don't have information on that. I was just rewarding that natural 20 with more information.
Yeah. Okay.
And we decided we're going to go to the House of Inspired. We're like on the way to House of Inspired Hands. Yeah.
Yep. So,
You want to go there first, not the House of Wonder? I'm just asking the party.
Well, the House of Inspired Hands, for sure has ties to these things. House of Wonder is just sort of a tertiary location.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the one that we know, or because the House of Inspired Hands is the one who puts on the festival, correct?
The little parade thing. Yeah.
Then we're going there. Daerwyn is making her way, beelining over.
So,
making her way downtown, walking past,
walking
Castle
fast.
The House of Inspired Hands looks like a cross between a temple and a workshop. The symbol of Gond, a toothed cog with 4 spokes, is displayed prominently on the front. On the roof, you see the silhouette of a human shape perched on the rooftop. It extends an arm, releasing a tiny metal sparrow into the sky. The bird does a few loops in the air, and then veers right towards you.
Oh God.
If I could have everyone roll initiative for me.
Oh God. Okay. Well, wonderful.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I get +3 to my initiative roll as my.
Oh, that's
thing.
just
It should be factored in already, Jill.
Okay.
Yeah, because your
Okay.
initiative is
2.
+6, so yeah, it's already factored in.
I got a +6 on my initiative. Ooh.
2.
That would be a 24.
24 to Vandal.
8.
I got 5. I'm
5.
sorry, I got 8. Sorry, 8.
Okay,
8.
Aurelia.
12.
12.
Daerwyn just throws a fireball into its mouth.
Daerwyn, what would you like to
Yes.
do? You see this mechanical bird veering straight towards you.
What would she like to do?
What would Daerwyn do?
What would Daerwyn do? Let me see. I don't know if I want to use that though. No.
It's like
How
the
many
size
times
of
can
it's
I-
like the size of a pigeon.
Okay. I guess she's gonna just whack it with one of her swords. She's gonna.
Well, it's 60
Try and-
feet. It's about 60 feet away from you.
Oh. Okay. Oh,
It's
then
It's like in the air, coming down at you at a diagonal.
then she's gonna shoot it with an arrow.
Okay, and because it's the first turn of combat, Gloomstalker gives you
Oh, hold on. Gloomstalker
free-
gives me.
a free extra attack when you make an attack action. You get 2 attacks.
Hooray! I get 2 attacks. Okay, so can I shoot 2 arrows at her?
You
at it?
can. You can.
Okay.
It's
Hooray!
wild.
Cool. All right, so I'm rolling my d20 first. Yeah.
Mhm.
What do I add to that? I'm sorry. To my arrow.
What it says for longbow.
11.
So +5, 11. That does not hit. Second attack.
Second attack. She reaches back in her pack, quickly pulls out another arrow, and that would be a 15.
If you take the attack action on that turn, you can make an additional weapon attack as part of the action. Cool. 15 hits. You can roll damage. You also deal an extra D8. Oh, Jesus Christ, that is so good. You deal an extra D8.
So I get two. So I do two.
You get two
D8s?
attacks, and you get an extra D8 on those attacks. Holy crap! Make one
That's
additional
awesome.
attack as part of that action, dealing an extra D8 on a hit. Okay, cool.
Is it an X? It's just at the D8. I don't add the +3 on that second
No.
D8.
No, you do. You do.
So I have two. Okay.
Attacks, yeah. 2 full attacks, and the
This is
second
legit
attack.
full attacks.
The second attack gets an extra D8. That's so good.
6, 7. So that's 7 total plus 6. 7 plus 6.
So 13.
13.
13.
Cool. The arrow hits. This creature had 1 hit point, so it scatters into a shower of sparks and gears, and the parts kind of clink off the floor. You see the Nimblewright figure dart into sort of an attic window, and that's it. That's all
Is
the
it the
combat.
same? Is it the same figure?
You didn't get a good
Or
enough.
Does it look similar
You didn't
based
get a
on
good,
the description?
Yeah, you didn't get a good enough look at the other one.
Okay.
But this thing looks like it sort of looks like this.
Oh.
Ooh.
Gangly gold mechanical creature.
Does he look like he's missing a necklace?
This doesn't. It is
Yeah,
not.
can you perceive
You know what?
that?
It
Does
is.
he have like some
shockingly-
wear around?
Shockingly, this thing doesn't look like it is wearing a necklace, which could be a clue. But it is not wearing a burned cloak.
Okay.
All right, well, Daerwyn's going to look down at the bird in front of her. She's going to go, well, that was a warm welcome, wasn't it?
So, as you sort of make your way inside the temple, the doors, the temple's open. Like it's got like sort of columns, and there's like an open face to it. You can see smelters and a forge and various work tables, and it is a buzz with activity. The main hall, as you sort of walk in, there's an area that looks like it is a main hall. There are 24 marble pillars down the center. Marble pedestals, excuse me. A few things that stand out among these. There's a 4-foot working model of a clock tower made of wood, iron, and bronze and glass, with brass bells and hand-formed solid gold details. There is a wooden flying machine that, as you approach, it sort of flaps its wings and then sort of lets itself down. There's a miniature
Kind of
model
like the Da Vinci sketch.
like a Da Vinci sketch, yeah. It is an ornithopter. A miniature model of a mechanical dragon turtle. With
what?
a dragon turtle. It is a turtle the size of a.
We don't
warsh-
have those here in New Zealand, so I don't.
No. It looks like a big snapping turtle, the size of like a warship.
What?
There's a brass plate affixed to the pedestal, and it's called Big Belchy, sank in Deepwater Harbor on the Day of Wonders, 1363, which is about 140 years ago. There is a functional walking helmet equipped with a small articulated metal arms and hands that gently slap the wearer if you fall asleep.
Oh.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
There is a miniature model of a red submarine shaped like a manta ray with a brass plate affixed to the pedestal that reads, the Scarlet Marnopeth, or Marpenoth. Scarlet Marpenoth, Lantanese submersible, launched in 1489 DR, which is about 6 years ago. It's 1495-ish. I don't know the exact date. Let's say 1495. A bronze dragonborn begins strolling towards you as she sees the four of you approach. And she says, "Greetings, welcome to the House of Inspired Hands. My name is Valletta. How may I be of service?
Daerwyn immediately grabs the footprint drawing from him and, like, kind of slightly aggressively, because she's still very emotional about the loss of the little ragamuffin, and she's gonna go, does this look familiar to you?
She says,
Also, do you attack everyone that comes to your temple?
attacks? What is the meaning of this? Perhaps I know what that was. We'll get to that. As far as the drawing, give me a second, and she pulls out a pair of spectacles from her cloak, puts them on, and then, like, has those other sort of magnifying...
Like,
Inspector Gadget.
Yes, this foot I recognize. This is the foot of one of our Nimblewrights. They were gifted to us by a Lantanese wizard. A Lantanese? Is that right? Am I making that up? Hold on. Might be. No, yeah. They were gifted to us from a Lantanese wizard, who gave them to the temple. We have one such here. That is who I believe you encountered earlier.
Just the one.
Threw the metal bird at you. Yes, just the one.
So the one that threw the bird at us, this is his footprint.
Well, they all have the same footprint. They're all the same design.
Are there any others in the city like this?
To my knowledge, no. However, let me read my text and tell you real quick.
starts pulling off some of them, like, oh, hold on, I need to get out a different book now.
Are they? Oh,
Well, we here in the city were just gifted the one, Nim.
What do we even need David's music for?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'm out of job, it looks like.
We got the scat man over here.
Could Daerwyn's gonna ask, does someone control these Nimblewrights, or do they have minds of their own?
They are simple creatures, but yes, they have minds of their own. But
Sentient, okay.
not complex minds. They should follow orders just the same. Please follow me. Follow me, and she leads you to a second floor, a spiral staircase up a second floor, and then a third floor up into where you find this small attic door. There's a beautiful filigreed golden lock on that door. And she sort of says, well, this is new. This door is not supposed to be locked.
Vandal, you have you can lockpick, right?
I have thieves' tools.
I also have thieves' tools, I believe.
If either of you would like, you may attempt a check with your thieves' tools.
Do we add anything?
One or the other, so make that decision wisely.
Hold on, I can...
Oh.
So only one of us can roll?
Godrick, if you're thinking of thaumaturgy, it opens unlocked doors.
Unlocked doors.
Yeah.
So only Vandal or I can roll.
One of you at a
thieves' tools?
time. One of you at a time.
Okay. Vandal, you want to go first?
What would it be, stealth or sleight of hand?
It would be a thieves' tools check.
Oh,
is there a
just
plus to
regular
that?
D20 then.
There is. So it's so let me double check something here, because Vandal, I don't know if you took your roguish expertise on thieves' tools or not.
Let me double check that too. Now that you mention it.
Because I know you did on persuasion. I don't know where you took. Let's see, features and traits, expertise. You do have expertise in thieves' tools. So
yeah, roll Vandal.
You're going to add your dexterity, which is a +5. No. Sorry, dexterity is +3. You're going to add +3.
Yeah.
And because you are proficient, or because you have expertise, rather, you double your proficiency score. So your current proficiency is +2. You're going to double that, so it's a +4. So you're adding +9 to whatever, or no, excuse me, 3 + 4. You're adding +7 to whatever you roll.
+7. Gotcha. Well, it was a 6. 13.
You are inspired on this, right? You are inspired currently, correct?
Yeah, I should. Okay.
Well, hold on. No, I tell you if it passes or fails before you use inspiration. So,
yeah.
As you sort of play with the locks, this is one of the more complex locks you've ever tried to open.
Mm-hmm.
And as you start to
13
feel,
might not cut it.
as you start to feel it slip away from you, would you like to use that inspiration?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Fuck it. Come on.
You got this. You got this.
Hold on, I fell off the table.
You got this.
Someone,
All right.
I should edit in the Baldur's Gate lockpick check with the use inspiration at the bottom.
Yeah, all right. 7 + 7, so it's 14.
This is the
Not that
one
much better.
additional help.
Your lockpicks slip, and you are not able to get it open.
All right, I'll try
What
that.
that means, you little fucker. It's Rand's course.
Better up.
I'll try it.
Okay.
So I
Doesn't
add my dexterity.
You would add your
To it?
dexterity and a +2 for proficiency because you have thieves' tools.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Not even. I rolled a
what-
2. Not
rolled a
even.
2.
Nope.
You hear. This is why I said one at a time. You hear the lock slip. It is now harder if anyone wants to fully try to open it.
What is the? I mean, I'm big, like, and I just like I'm a lion, and I just like kick it.
Can you intimidate the lock?
So,
Just roar at it?
First, he's going to heal, and then he's going to roar at
Before we
it.
go
As you
any
sort of-
further,
as you sort of-
Valletta,
Well, I was gonna say, as you sort of rear back to punch it, Valletta goes, "I would prefer you don't break down doors here in my temple. Nim, if you would, please open the door."
You're telling me that there's someone here
Yeah.
this entire time who could have just opened the door?
Yeah, nimble right, because that's where he was up perched on the rooftop. Isn't that in his bedroom?
So, if anyone wishes, they may attempt a persuasion check to try to get him to open the door.
Come on.
You have advantage on this.
I have advantage on this?
You have advantage on this because Valletta is helping you.
Oh, okay. Was it 12 plus
14
2?
for me.
Godrick, you also would have advantage on that. Everyone has advantage on
rolled.
attempting this.
I rolled.
I also got
twice.
I also got a 14. I rolled 2
Wait, what's the
d20s.
Oh, advantage. Okay.
You rolled
okay.
twice.
Wait, we have an
You
advantage.
rolled twice.
Okay.
That's a 21.
21.
Woo!
And then persuasion.
Mhm.
I have a 20.
20. So Vandal and Aurelia, what do you guys say to get him to open the door?
We brought your bird back.
Did we?
Delivery for Mr. Nimble, right? Just kidding.
Oh, I have
big
this
package
lovely
for Mr.
feathered
Nimble.
hat here. It's going to go to waste because I don't like feathered hats. If only there was someone who also liked feathered hats
That's
to come out here and claim this.
We have the finest oil for Mr. Nim. The
That's
finest.
awful. The door swings open, and you see this sort of small, fancy looking robot man come through.
Robot man.
And he says nothing. He sort of looks at you, looks at Valletta, signs something to Valletta, and then
Oh, he doesn't speak.
and then it is what would you like to say to Nim?
Can I ask Valletta what he said to her?
He said he is sorry. He did not mean to attack you with the bird.
Aw.
Valletta, can you ask him if he knows if any of his friends are currently in the city? Any of his co-Nimblewrights?
His brethren.
Can he speak? Can he understand common though? Can he hear and he can hear?
He appears
us
to
speaking?
understand. He appears to understand common.
Can we see if this is his footprint?
Do you just?
Well, aren't they all the same?
Do you just go and lift up his foot? Yeah, Valletta already told you they all have the same footprint,
Okay.
presumably. Valletta says, "There should be no others here in the city. Unless they came in from another means, we were only gifted the one. And Nim does not leave the temple."
Nim, have
Well,
you seen any of your kind working?
He
Oh,
sure
really?
left it to try and attack us with his goddamn bird.
Aurelia, roll me another persuasion check.
Oh, I did so good on this one.
You did.
Should just count across the board forever.
Forever and
Okay,
ever.
22.
Woo!
I've used my net 20 for this session. I think that's it.
He begins signing something to Valletta, and Valletta says, "Oh, Nim, you are not supposed to do that. That is bad. That is bad. He says that he has created another."
They're out here making themselves.
I know, Nimblewrights making Nimblewrights. How perverse.
So
did he do
so-
that?
So,
so
they are,
Why?
The Attack of
We
the
know-
Clones quote,
we know
everyone.
why.
Droids making droids. How perverse.
Yes.
so they're
3PO.
sentient. So they're sentient and knowledgeable enough to create themselves.
Sure are.
Mhm.
Nim goes to a nearby crate and pulls open what looks like a sonic screwdriver, like a gold sonic screwdriver with a lever handle and like a yellow and red parasol attached to the top.
Cute.
And he comes over and holds it in his hands out to you.
Nim, did you create a copy of yourself for fun to see if you could do it, or was it a commission? I guess I'll take that thing and examine it.
Now he has his hands free and he can sign back to you.
Yeah.
Signs back
Oops.
to Valletta, and so yeah, it is a 1 foot long copper contraption, kind of looks like a sonic screwdriver, with an umbrella-like metallic protrusion near it.
Does it have any buttons? Like, can I turn it on?
It's got like a little lever handle.
If I squeeze that, does that protrusion point in a certain direction?
It just spins the umbrella a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, he made a spinny thing.
And then he starts signing to Valletta, and he says, Valletta rather says, he says that his friend that he made escaped. This, however, he made to find them. It should do something.
How long ago did he escape? Nim?
Hold on.
Nimmy, my man, my boy,
My home dog. My buddy, my pal.
my
He
good
says-
man.
He says once the device is active, if you come within 500 feet of another Nimblewright other than himself, the umbrella will begin to spin and whir and click and make a bunch of fun noises. The
We
spinning,
don't have to activate it, right? It will just do it automatically.
you do have to activate it. You have to activate it and hold it out.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The spinning and clicking will accelerate as you get closer.
And how long
Can
ago
I-
did old friendo leave? When did he depart this establishment? When did he
That is a
leave? I
great
just need to know.
About a month ago.
Sorry. Okay, perfect. And the Castellanta mansion's just around the corner, right?
And then he explains Godrick to you that it was to ease his loneliness. That's why he made
Oh.
another one.
Aw.
He's
Did,
Rapunzel. He
n-
can't leave his tower.
Nimblewright, did he or did they express any dissatisfaction to you before they left? Did you know why it was there any motivations for them to leave you?
Nim signs and Valletta translates. It was not yet. It did not yet know how to communicate.
Question. I don't know if this would be a history or a, one of those sorts of things, but if I asked, possibly even Valletta, how are these things, like, are they commanded? Do they have like a single master that they serve, that they only respond to and listen to, or can anyone ask them to do something and they'll do it? Like, what is their metrics on that?
They have free will. However, they are designed with certain protocols, if you will. For example, Nim here serves at the temple and cannot leave the temple. I don't know what Nim programmed in the other one, and I doubt he even knows. Nim was just replicating himself, so probably didn't know the correct magics or the correct things to do to give it protocol.
So the nature of this escape, did it happen? Did Nim see it happen, or did it happen?
Yeah, it
in
fled.
The night while he was asleep?
It fled in terror one night, but Nim did see it. But Nim can't leave the temple to follow.
Nim, which way did it go when it fled? Because you can see from his little perch, right?
Yeah, you guys are on the very west side of the city. It just points east, back the way you came.
Cool.
Could you ask him why he decided to
you know what?
send
He
a
says,
bird at us?
he does say that it jumped on the back of a coach.
Oh.
Do we Valletta, it is critical that we track down Nim's creation. I am acting on my authority as a member of the Order of Mages. The Nim's creation has unfortunately caused great harm to
I agree.
the city.
In fact, I would thank you, Nim. Thank you for your time. Let's step down into the temple again. And she leads you down to the temple and says,
I have a question, though.
Sure.
Didn't you say that the lock on his door was new?
Yes, he probably created it. He wasn't supposed to do that either.
Why is he locking himself in a room?
He seems to be an inventive sort.
Can I
I don't trust.
roll would it be perception or deception to see if we think Valletta is being truthful?
That'd be insight.
Insight. Can I do an insight check of Valletta?
Sure.
That's a 5.
Great.
Woo!
She seems to be telling the truth.
She seems trustworthy.
Yeah.
Valletta says, I would like to offer you 500 gold if you could eliminate this wayward Nimblewright for us. Bring back proof, and I will offer you some prizes of our inventions as well.
Ooh.
Great.
Wait, why? I want to know why she's so concerned about it, because we haven't told her why we're looking for this specific.
Well, I just told her that it's caused harm
Yeah,
to
he
the
just said there was.
city.
Oh.
I didn't like get specific, but it's not going to be a secret. I imagine like the morning papers tomorrow will be front page news.
Yeah. Regardless of what it has done, here at the Temple of Gond, we don't like wayward creations running amok about the city, unattended by their creators or other stewards. There is a responsibility to this.
Sean, could I okay. So we have the little device.
Yeah.
I have an idea. Could we? Does anybody else have anything that they want to say? Talk to Valletta about before we continue on?
Daerwyn's gonna tell Valletta, well, the nimble right here is deciding to lock himself in rooms and create likes of himself that are capable of destruction. Maybe you should keep a closer eye on this one.
This one can't leave the temple.
So he created one who can.
It doesn't matter if he can leave the temple. Yeah, if
he
can
created
make
one who can.
Yeah, she will. She will.
I would like to send.
Sorry, I left out a part. In light of the revelation, Valletta angrily orders acolytes to remove all of Dim's tools and unfinished inventions from the attic.
Oh,
good.
He just wanted a friend.
No, he tried to attack us, and then he created something that decided to blow up.
No, he tried to have his bird come and fly around you because he thought it was cute.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
We're a little on edge.
It just didn't work properly.
He's got real Bastion vibes from Overwatch.
I'll take your word for it. I don't know Overwatch.
I believe you.
He's like a robot. He's got a little bird.
Question,
anyway,
Sean. Is there like, because like I don't know if it works like buses, but coaches, do they generally run the same routes and like have similar drivers and things like that? Like if I wanted to go,
it's like taxis. It's like taxis. So when they don't have passengers, they're just sort of driving around looking for passengers or hanging out at. So you have in the city of Waterdeep.
I was gonna say, is it a vehicle or is it like a horse-drawn carriage kind of a coach?
Like a horse-drawn carriage.
Okay.
I have a lovely section on this, if you'll bear with me for a second.
That's all right. I just want to know if I wanted to investigate this further, if there's like a little, way I can find out who might have potentially.
I also wanted to just, before they take away all his tools and stuff, just wanted to see if there was anything else that might help us among his stuff.
Not
like
from what you
look
could
around.
Not from what you could see. They're mostly just crafting tools. Everything left is just crafting tools and like half-built inventions.
Okay.
So there are several options for transport within Waterdeep. There are drays, which are towering vehicles unique to Waterdeep. They were invented by exiles from Lanton, but they are a glassed-in carriage with a bench seat that provides additional seating on the roof. Those do sort of function like buses or trolleys. So those operate on generally a set schedule. There are hire coaches, which sort of work like taxis or a car service. That you would you'd either pre-arrange transport or they'd be sort of waiting for passengers to ask for their services. Carriages generally are they can be hired, but coaches and carriages both also might be individually owned by well-off citizens.
I have an idea. Could we send a whispering bird to the investigator that probed our minds, and let him know kind of the path that we're like give him an update like we said we were going to do.
We're tracking a nimble right.
Yeah, could we request that they give us they loan us 4 griffins so that we can search expeditedly.
So I will just tell you off the bat, the Griffin Riders are like elite nobility knights. They are not average members of Waterdeep. They're not like average citizens. So they would not, I will tell you off the bat, they will not loan you griffins. They don't have the power to do that, right? Like those are like the it is one of those things where people work their entire lives to become Griffin riders.
They don't have a stable of griffins.
Yeah, so that's the other thing is if you're not, like they sort of have bonded riders, right? If you're not its bonded
Right.
rider or not a trained rider, they're not gonna like, Griffins are monsters. They're not horses.
So could we maybe commission a carriage, flag one down there, and I would sit on the top with my little umbrella thing, my little tool.
It'd be really dope if this told me how best to do it. Interesting.
Also,
So
I've just
I will
decided
tell you.
that I won't be a
I will
Griffin
tell
rider.
you. You could attempt to go contact the Griffin Cavalry if you wanted to secure the services of Griffin.
I mean, I just think it'd be cool to fly around on the Griffin with the little detector. I think that would be the fastest way to kind of pinpoint where this guy is. But if you don't think it's going to work out,
So I will say the Watchful Order will not be able to give you a Griffin, because the Griffin Riders are their own sort of organization. They're their own sort of faction,
It's like
if you will.
it's like basically I'm assuming it's kind of like local police versus the
It's like
FBI.
It's like going to the fire department asking for a military Humvee.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to help you with that.
Yeah.
Got it.
But yeah, you could go that route. You could contact the Griffin Riders themselves, or you could do the coach route. That also is a good route. That would work.
what do y'all think? Probably just the coach will get us started.
Yeah, the
Otherwise,
Griffin
we just
seems
gotta have
to.
Yeah.
we gotta go
You
have
could
a.
definitely
They're
still
gonna
send a bird to that group and say, hey, this is
Yeah.
what we're doing. If you find anything in regards to this, let us know.
Mhm.
But
Okay. So if you mark off, how much were flying birds?
Doesn't
he has one in his.
Jill?
I gave you.
Don't you have one?
Didn't you use it?
I gave you mine.
Oh, but
Yeah,
I think we
gave you
used
one
that
and you
one.
used it.
Yeah, they're single use. So
Do I have? I think I only had the one. Yeah.
Okay, I'll pay to send one.
let me see if I can get a price on these.
For the flying birds, weren't they 25 apiece?
I don't actually
No.
think that's correct.
Oh,
25
is that
silver?
25 gold.
Mm-hmm. They're
That
magic
would be
items.
crazy.
Yeah. No, they're magic items. You can buy a box of 7 of them for 25 gold.
That's a lot of. How much group money do we have right now? After the tavern.
Well, you
we
all
split
split it.
that.
You all split it evenly.
Oh, we did.
Yeah. So Vandal has 150 in the bank. Aurelia has 300 in the bank. Daerwyn has 300. Godrick has 200.
I did not update that.
Well, that's separate.
I'll pay-
That's
It's in the
separate.
bank.
That's
It's
that's
separate
the
from
bank.
what's on your person.
Yeah. I'll pay. I'll do that.
Do you want to pull it
I
out
can.
of your? Do you want to pull it out of your bank?
Can I? If that's okay.
Yeah. It's your money.
Yeah. So
I
generally,
didn't know mechanically.
Yeah,
like, if I
generally
could
you would
spend
just
money
give
from the
them.
bank.
You would essentially write them a check, and they would just
Gotcha,
pull it out
okay.
of the bank. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Waterdeep is
All right.
enough of like a developed developed city to have that a developed economy. So you can add what did I say? 6, 7?
7.
7.
You can add 7 paper birds to your inventory. And then mark. Well, add 6 because you're using one now. Unless you want to
Right.
send an additional one to the Griffin Eyrie.
No, I don't think that we have to go that route.
All right. Let's do this. Let's take a brief recess, brief little break, and we'll come right back in about 5 minutes. Real brief.
Cool.
All right. We will be right back. And we are back. All right. So the hunt for the nimble right has begun. You guys return to Trollskull Manor to plot your next course of action. And
Did we have it out on the way home? Just
Yeah.
seeing
Yes.
it?
So walking directly down Delzoon Street, nothing within 500 feet of your path home.
And we passed the Castellana Village just to.
Yeah, it does not trigger next to
Yeah.
Castellana Villa. As you return to Trollskull Manor, you find the tavern itself is not open. However, inside you find your barkeep, your cooks, and your servers, all of which are unnamed and irrelevant until necessary, are all sort of there cleaning and prepping and getting ready for whenever you guys decide to open the tavern.
Sorry, go ahead, and then I'll.
Seated at one of the tables is the form of Rainier Neverember.
He came!
Who does look like he is enjoying a small meal. What is on the menu of Trollskull Tavern?
I'd imagine some
what
kind
meal?
of I was gonna say some kind of a stew, probably
Hot
some
dogs.
kind of like
And it
I had
is.
the same idea. Bread.
yeah, some like giant like leg of meat,
Okay,
something along those
Some
lines.
kind of meat pie, probably.
so let's say he's enjoying a meat pie and an ale.
Man after my own heart. Great.
He says, there is a part for this. I just have to find it.
I think that's a good sign. I think things are going well. Then this is good.
He says, "Oh, it's good to see you. I sent the kids up to the guest room.
Oh.
They've eaten. They're fine."
Daerwyn is immediately going to leave this conversation and go find the ragamuffins.
Okay. He then says, I saw what happened. I arrived, I guess, shortly after you left this morning. They killed Dalakar.
Was he one of the?
He was the gnome.
Do you know him?
Yes, he was on my way to meet me. He was on his way to meet me here.
Are you aware of what he was carrying? Do you know? Was he bringing you something?
I have no idea.
What was the purpose of the meetup?
He had sent me a message simply saying that he was carrying something valuable for my father and would be unable to deliver it, and he was hoping I could help him.
Your father, the former overlord of Waterdeep,
Yes.
who, by the way, still alive, not dead.
Not dead,
alive.
still alive, just doesn't live in the city anymore. He's up in Never.
Are you planning on
Neverwinter.
seeing your father? Is that why he was going to
prefer-
bring it to you?
Preferably not, but he assumed that with my connections or savvy that I'd be able to help him. My father had assigned him to watch after me. He was there to keep an eye on me. He would skulk around, and I'd see him everywhere. But a few weeks ago, that all stopped. I don't know where he's been.
Is this around the same time that you got kidnapped, perchance?
Yes, precisely.
Huh.
Ooh.
Is there what sort of? I guess I'm just wondering if there's what the likelihood of Delacourt having the
Locket.
the locket, or the
It was for his father, though.
Or the stone.
right. That's what the motivation. The stone, because he had like gems, right? And so
yeah, he had a bag of gems.
5 gemstones.
5 gemstones.
Yeah.
now, if the potentially, maybe outside of the locket, but would the stone look like a gem? It's also
No,
like a gemstone?
it would have been bigger than the gemstones.
Okay.
The gemstones would have been, just like comically large because it's a role playing game, but they would be
Right.
like the type of gemstone you'd put in like ring pop sized gemstones.
Right.
The stone
right.
itself is like
Big.
the size of a
Yeah.
cell phone.
It's a big ass fucking locket.
No. The stone was not inside.
No,
the locket.
no.
The stone and the
The
locket are
stone-
separate.
Oh, the locket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Because we found that out when I talked to Rainier about things.
You
So I showed him
think
the
there
stone,
might
he
be
didn't
some
recognize it.
there might be some sort of
Connection.
connection to the stone and the locket, but you're not sure what that is yet.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you spoke to your father?
Oh, it's been years.
Okay.
I haven't spoken with him since he left the city.
But didn't the Castellaners tell us that Rainier's dad had the stone?
He was the last
No.
one. No. It was
Or he
They
had
may
it
have.
he had it at some point, and then
yeah.
the Xanathar
Daggle.
were Daggle is his dad.
Yeah, they may have told you that.
They say that
Yeah,
he was
we
the
have
last
here in
one to
our
be
notes.
known with it
Daggle.
before he fled the city.
Yeah, he's the last one to have possessed it. I think I
Right.
found that out.
We don't know
through
if he
the,
for sure has it.
Xanathar. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the Xanathar. That was the last information that the Xanathar had, was that Daggle had it.
Oh, was that from? Okay.
Yeah, because that was when David went to the Xanathar
Zentarum.
guild.
Uh,
I have Xanathar written
No,
down.
the
Zentarum.
Zentarum, I think they told me. I think that.
Well, that might have been
Okay.
what the Castellanters had in their notes, because the Castellanters had some notes
Gotcha.
on the Zentarum or on the Xanathar
Sorry,
guild in
I
there.
was trying to.
Yeah, that's
make
fine.
sense
I
of
don't
my
remember
notes.
what I said or what I didn't. So that's where I'm being. I'm only being cagey because I don't remember what I said and I don't want to contradict myself.
I'll go watch the YouTube videos.
That was probably in the Castellanters clues that they gave you.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
have you got an address for your father, perchance? Like, do you know where he is, or you just know he's in Neverwinter?
Sure. The Palace of Neverwinter. Neverwinter.
Perfect.
Have you
Okay,
seen the
easy to
Dungeons?
find.
Have you seen the Dungeons and Dragons movie?
Yes.
Jess, watch the Dungeons and Dragons movie. His
Treat.
father is in that movie actually.
Wait, what?
His father is the one that who's the real famous guy in that movie? The British guy.
Hugh Grant.
Chris.
Hugh Grant.
Oh yeah, Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant replaces his father. So you
Hugh
see-
Grant plays his father?
No, replaces
No.
replaces his
Replaces
father.
his
Oh.
father.
So you see
Hugh Grant's like a con man.
Yeah, you see Daggelt at the end of the movie. Like in the
Oh.
throne room scene. Daggelt's the one sitting on the throne.
Interesting.
Presumably,
Get his role to his
presumably,
brother?
I don't know that they give him a name, but
Yeah.
that would be that would be the Lord Protector of Neverwinter, which is currently Daggelt
Interesting.
Neverember.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, Rainier. What's the likelihood that your your father had given orders to your bodyguard that you were not aware of.
Oh, very, very. I mean, I have no idea why he's been watching me or in the city at all. I haven't, aside from the note that Dalekar sent to me, I haven't spoken with him. I don't know why he chose here of all places.
Well, that's a little rude. This is a recently renovated.
This is a
Fine
fine
establishment.
new establishment. Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare.
And there's only been one
When we-
one street side explosion.
Maybe he knows that I had a connection with you folks, and so chose a place I would trust.
All right.
I know
so-
the last time we spoke, you were going to you were going to find out if you knew anything about that stone. Did you find anything out?
I couldn't find anything new on the stone. What I did find was that I found some rumor amongst the Xanathar Guild and the Zentarim that they're both looking for the same stone. They all appear to think that it leads to a vault owned by my father, or secured by my father, which should house 500,000 golden dragons. At least that's the rumor. It appears that the Xanathar Guild was in possession of the stone last. But rumor says it's gone missing recently. And
It seems to be lots and lots of people looking for it, and the quest for the stone might have brought the violence to our doorstep.
it appears so.
Right now, are you aware of have you seen the Nimble Rights?
No, I've no idea what that is.
Well, we have some leads, and we will see where they take us.
Very well.
If you are able to get a message to your father, it might help us. If you could find some of the intentions of that gnome, and see if your father can fill in any of the missing details of what he was doing, and why he wanted to meet.
I mean, I'll see if he'll give me any information, but I have my doubts. I can send a letter. Is there anything else you'd like me to look into for you? Or
Yes, I have a question for Rainier.
Of course.
Have you heard of a man named Erstal, where his fine black leather was involved in the recent incident?
And we know, and we observed that he had the double snake tattoo, or the
you did
twisting
not,
snake.
You did not observe that on Erstal.
Not
we
on
did.
Erstal.
No, that was the
Two of the
bodies.
bodies.
No,
The
two of the bodies.
Two
Two
of the
bodies,
bodies
yeah.
next, next to the gnome.
However, Zach, I will note that portion of Erstal's neck was burned.
So he could have.
He could have. And it could have been burned off.
Seems like a real big liability for people who are doing shady stuff to have like a sign that says I routinely do shady things.
So all of the tattoos are situated in a way where they could be covered without looking suspicious. So like Vandal's is on his arm, where if he's wearing long sleeves or a bracer,
Is
it's
it
covered.
though? Is it?
Is it? Who knows?
It
Right?
is. It is.
Yeah, the Zentarim flying snake tattoo generally is either on the arm where it could be covered by a sleeve, or it's on the neck where it would be covered by a high collar or a hood. So, you know.
But does Rainier know of this Erstal by any chance?
I don't know him by name, but I can put out some feelers and see if we can get anything back.
Well, we would appreciate that.
And Mert, of course, wanted me to say next time I ran into you, his offer for the Harpers is still on the table if anyone wishes to, take him up on that.
I already do dealings with the Harpers, though.
You
right?
do
But
work
I just
with
don't- I'm
you
not
do
just
work
not
with him,
one
just
of
not
them.
in an official capacity. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very interested in the Harpers, but I think that the order that I'm in, it would potentially be mixed loyalties.
It could be, but it's not wholly exclusive.
I'm still considering.
Yeah.
Can I also ask Rainier if he would know anything about the two Zentarum that were killed alongside him? The ones in the
Right. I don't
armor
know
and
anything.
yellow robe.
I don't know anything about them directly, but they do sound like standard Zentarum fare from the newer Black Network, not the ones that hang out at the Yawning Portal. Yeah.
Okay.
Presumably, were they like just guns for hire, essentially?
Well, there's two sorts of rival Zentarum factions at work right now. There's the ones at the Yawning Portal, Yagra and the half-elf whose name escapes me, but is Devil Star Song.
Oh yeah, Devil. Yeah.
But Rainier is not as educated on him. They seem, relatively well-to-do, at least relatively not too much of a threat. The other ones are the ones that are in an active gang war with the Zentarum. Though, to most, and probably even the Zentarum, most can't tell them apart.
I have a question, Rainier. Were you late to your meeting with the dwarf, by any chance, or
No.
by the time you turned up for the agreed to meeting time?
No, I was supposed to be here at around the 9th hour of the morning.
Okay.
I arrived.
No, I'm
shortly.
just making sure that they weren't hoping you'd also be here when this attack occurred. That's what I was wanting to know.
Oh, well, that's a very good question. No, I don't know how anyone would link me to Dalakar.
Okay.
If that revving motorcycle would stop, I would love it. There we go. It stopped. Okay.
That's what we should have taken, guys, around the city. We should have taken the motorcycle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
motorcycle. Can we get the House of Inspired Hands to build us one of those?
Possibly.
Just rocking around on it. We could be
Remember though
gang. I
that
like
it seems like a lot of those inventions come with a caveat, like the flying machine that doesn't fly
That
down.
doesn't come
Oh,
down.
sweet.
Yeah.
Once it starts revving, it just continuously revs
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah,
out of
There is
existence.
there
So you're
is.
just gonna get faster and faster.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is relevant to our campaign, so I'll just go ahead and give you the deep lore on this. In the 9 Hells on the layer of Avernus, they use something called infernal war machines, which are these Mad Max style big black iron
Hell yeah.
tanks and motorcycles and all kinds of
Are
crazy
those
stuff.
the people that made Karlak?
Yeah, so
like,
Karlak
the-
Karlak has one of those engines in her chest,
Yeah.
and they're powered by souls.
Oh.
They are powered by dead souls.
By
So-
It's like
okay.
Dante's Inferno meets Mad Max meets.
Yeah, it's Dante's Inferno's meet. It's 100% Dante's Inferno meets Mad Max meets World War II, because devils are in a never-ending war against the demons. Because both of them want to be the best bad guy, so they're in a constant state of war.
Heck yeah.
It's actually why devils make infernal contracts, because if you they'll offer you something in exchange for your soul, because that means when you die you'll go join the war on their side if they have ownership of your soul.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's your deep lore about devils and demons.
That's the most metal thing I've ever heard. Brother.
It is a very metal campaign setting, and I wish that the adventure they released for it was better. but maybe on a future edition of Rookies and Rulebooks, we will explore that setting because I think it's cool. I just got to rewrite a whole bunch of it because it's really badly written. But okay, cool. So yeah, unless there's anything else you have for Rainier, he will say his adieu.
I mean, Jess, do you want me to suggest to him that he
spend the night? You know what I'm saying?
Spend the night, or gives you a back rub?
Put your feet up, relax, bro.
Suggest a back rub.
Yeah.
Stay the night.
No, because I
stay the night for protection.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we don't know that he wasn't a target. We don't know that he wasn't a target. So Rainier, I think until we rule you out as a target, we probably should have you stay here. Just because the four of us can protect you.
Specifically in a room right next to Aurelia's.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, nightmarish. Here we go. I've already used my net 20. Come on, dice. Oh, it's an 18.
Okay. He says...
+2 is 20.
Yes, not such a bad idea, but I could either do that or I could find out information. I can't rightly go see my contacts from here, so...
You can do information. I think we should let him go get some info.
Yeah, do information some other day.
You can find other types of information here tonight.
So it's up to you guys. Would you like him to stay the night or go do Harper stuff?
I think that the Ragamuffins would really like to have some more people here. You know, they've just experienced a loss, and to feel surrounded by community. You know, I think it would be good to have a busy inn for tonight.
Okay. Rainier will Rainier will stay and watch after the Ragamuffins while you guys go off and gallivant.
Well, Daerwyn is with the Ragamuffins at the moment.
Presumably, what time of day is it right now?
It's probably
like noon?
mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was supposed to meet at 9, right? Is that what you said? You said 9 morning?
Yeah, the explosion happened probably around, I'd say, 8:30.
Okay.
So while they're having this conversation, Daerwyn's with the Ragamuffins, and she will go to find them and ask if they're okay, if they're doing all right.
They are very much not okay.
Okay.
But they're not.
Have they done their investigation? Is Jinx's body now at the manor?
Jinx's body's not at the manor, but it would be at
Okay.
Jinx's body has been taken to the City of the Dead, which is the cemetery, the massive cemetery of Waterdeep is called. It is but
they return him to us because that was asked by the leaders before we departed.
Well, no, he's sort of there in your name. That's the cemetery. So that's where you would go to bury him, would be at the City of the Dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So because that's it's a big giant massive ceremony. If you look at it on the size of the map, it's massive.
Mm-hmm. It's like a little southwest,
it's
or
the
maybe
size,
directly south of us.
Yeah, it's the size of one of the wards of Waterdeep.
Yeah,
so
it's huge.
It's there for you guys to arrange for funerary rites and what have you. They're not really in the habit of just returning bodies to people's homes. Unless you if you guys had a bigger villa property and some sort of mausoleum or chapel on that property, they would place him in there, but they're not going to place him in your refrigerator or one of your bedrooms.
Yeah. He's just in the cellar.
Yeah.
No.
Sean, I'm
with the ghost.
I'm feeling like a tingling feeling or something.
Well, I was about to say, as you all figure out your next path, you see suddenly, out of Godrick's pack, flies this green leather-bound textbook, on the front of which is this sort of stylized Disney Castle-esque etching. The book hits the table, flutters open, and in a flash of light, Godrick has vanished. which is
Okay, now we're down a member.
which is our
Right.
method here of Zach has adult things to do the next couple weeks, so he will not be able to join us for that. Because that's just, that's how stuff works, sadly.
Bye, everyone.
For a second I thought that was David doing a Godrick impression.
Wait. Adios todos. That's another callback.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Godrick is stuck in Spanish.
Yeah.
Right.
He's stuck in Spanish.
They accidentally hit the SAP button on his way out.
All right.
All right, Zach, we'll see you in a few weeks.
See you guys. Have a great time.
Bye.
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 Can I continue my conversation with the
Yeah.
ragamuffins? So meanwhile, because Daerwyn doesn't know anything that's happening downstairs or wherever the guest room is located, upstairs. So Daerwyn's she sees that they're still very distraught, so she's gonna put her hand on one of their shoulders and get down to their eye level and go, "We're going to find who did this. I promise you that." And kind of squeeze their shoulders, I got you. Don't you worry.
How do I have this damn thing set up?
I'm just watching his name come out Godrick, and then he leaves again as Godrick.
And then she is going to say, "We already have a lead. And if you're feeling okay, I want to know if you may have seen something."
Dave told you everything. Their clue was the necklace.
Well, I know that, but I'm asking if they have ever seen this Nimble-Right that has escaped in the past month. Have they seen this robot?
They have not.
Okay. Can Daerwyn ask them to keep a lookout for said Nimble-Right?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. All right.
How many
She's
guest
gonna
rooms
be
do we
like-
have?
and she's-
Because we've got the ragamuffins in one.
I think just the one. Let me see.
Okay.
Let me look
Oh
at the-
boy, so where is Rainier going to
They
sleep?
can stay. The Ragamuffins can stay in Daerwyn's room. She can
Daerwyn,
sleep
don't
anyway.
ruin this for Rainier.
Oh, sorry. Daerwyn doesn't
Oh
sleep.
God.
Super convenient. They'll probably want to be close to someone though, so I feel like it would be a good idea for them to maybe be, because you don't sleep, right? You meditate.
She does not sleep. No.
I think Godrick took the library as his room, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
He did.
So there are 4 bedrooms. There's the attic bedroom and the den.
Okay.
I have to go look at my notes and see who took what bedroom, but
I think Daerwyn took the attic bedroom, but I don't remember.
I think so. There's also
Yeah,
the
she
attic.
did. She
There's
did.
also the attic storage, which hypothetically you guys could convert to a guest room as well.
But I do think the
But
ragamuffins will want to have someone nearby, so I think Daerwyn being...
I mean,
being,
presumably,
with them is
presumably,
a
it
good
also
idea.
might not be a bad idea to give the ragamuffins, I don't know, a permanent place to stay, seeing as they're homeless.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you
and
want
Daerwyn
that
will say
attic-
that
If you want that attic storage, could be their bedroom.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, she'll tell them stay as long as you like. The bedroom upstairs is all yours.
The little attic space. I'm down for that.
Oh, I mean, the
Yeah.
attic storage. The attic storage is bigger than the attic bedroom.
Yeah.
So.
Great.
And since Daerwyn's in the attic bedroom, they could be in the attic
Yeah.
storage. So they're close to each other and they're fine.
Can keep an eye on them.
She's gonna
Yeah.
she's gonna update them on everything that they've learned. Just kind of reassure them that Daerwyn has vengeance on her mind and
And whenever
is,
they're ready, we'll do a little funeral for old Jinx.
yeah.
Okay.
And
And
then-
whatever cleric order it has him in their possession, they would have already cast ceremony. They would have already cast the right spells on
Okay.
him to gentle repose
And then-
and stuff. So
Then she will go back downstairs to the bar and notice that Vandal is missing.
Godrick is
She
missing.
kind of looks.
Oh, Godrick.
Godrick is missing.
There's
She kind of
there's-
looks around.
there's just the
Just
green.
look, just look down. I'm right here. Just look down.
There's sort of the,
Sorry.
there's just sort of this
Gosh.
green storybook and the nimble right detector laying next to it.
She's gonna.
Okay, so we've still
Daerwyn's
got
gonna
the
freak
detector.
out. Daerwyn's gonna freak out a little bit and go, "Where did he go?"
Your guess is as good as ours.
He puffed away.
What's left is this book.
Just poof.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think we should keep the book safe. I don't know whether he turned into a book or what, but we
He
should
is a
probably
book.
keep the book safe just in case he's somehow become a book.
Yeah,
I
we should
don't
probably
know.
put the book in his
And-
bedroom / the library.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a situation, where it's a story master and he's going into the book and he's now a part of the book and he's having adventures within the book. So the page master, we need to take the book somewhere safe. Let's put him somewhere.
Or you can carry it with you.
Sure, but we're not going to just leave it out in the open. Just in
Sure,
case.
yeah. Don't leave it in the tavern.
We're gonna leave it on the floor right here.
All right.
So we'll say Aurelia. Yeah,
Above the table, would it be better for you if we carried the book?
yeah.
or
You should
left
take
the
the book with you in case we
Alright,
have another.
then,
Yeah.
we'll-
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
take the book.
All right. So, how would you guys like to approach the investigation for the nimble right?
I mean, we gotta walk around basically
We
with
need
it,
to-
right?
Yeah, we need to. We should head to the. Where would be the best place to go? Because Seaward.
How far are we from the center of the city?
I mean,
Would the
it's
center
all
be the
relative,
market?
right? Because the marketplace is the most center spot. You guys are not too far from there. But like you've got a big mountain taking up part of the city, like part of that land for the city. You know.
Would it
Yeah.
would it make sense for us to kind of like just hop on a coach and
Right
drive?
around.
Well, was it? We saw. Did we? He said, was he heading to the Sea Ward the last time he saw?
Which
Like,
is where
what-
which is where you guys just came from.
Yeah, we walked back from that. No, it
Which
didn't. It
you
didn't go off.
You didn't
Yeah,
necessarily cover that whole area. The detector only covers 500 feet.
Should we go back to
So
that
if I-
area and
yeah.
kind of do more of a intricate search, or
Yeah,
like expand
we should
our
get a
search?
coach and
You want to go by coach?
start in the Sea Ward. Yeah.
Because that'll be faster.
How much is-
than walking?
How much is it going to set us back to like hire it out for a few hours to
That's
ride around
great.
in?
That's a great question.
Okay,
You know what's really convenient?
I'll take the cost.
I got this awesome list of prices specific to Waterdeep. I thought.
Ooh.
Maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. Haha! It's right here. Interesting. So a coach fare is 4 copper pieces one way, but you want to hire it out for like a day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I will say it will cost you 1 gold a day.
Okay, I'll take that cost.
Okay. So where do you want to search the first day?
The
You
Sea
got-
In
Ward.
Seaward, right? Yeah, Seaward.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
The suspense. It's killing me.
Sean, correct me if I'm
Yes,
wrong, but a
it's-
lot of our
it's
adventures have ended up in the dock ward, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's correct.
Would you guys be willing to do the next day if we find nothing in the Sea Ward, if we
Yeah.
could do the dock
Yeah,
ward
that's
next?
good.
Because
That's a
we've
good
always
observation.
ended up in that area. That'd be good for us to go to somewhere that we've been consistently ending up in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So presumably you guys are all going together.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah, because
whoever-
only one person
Because
can hold
Rainy
on
is-
to the thing. So
here's how we're gonna handle this. Whoever would like to helm the investigation will make the roll with advantage for being helped by the rest of the party. So, who would like to helm the investigation check?
let me see what my modifier is.
I have a +3
Oh,
for
yeah.
investigation.
I'm also
I think
plus
mine's
3.
only 2. I think I'm only 2, so I think it takes me out. So you guys, I'm happy with whoever.
Vandal.
I don't mind.
Oh no,
if you
mine's
wanna
mine's
helm it.
0. So
Oh, well, there you go.
So you're out.
yeah, let's
for it.
not rely on me.
Go for it, Vandal.
Okay.
Here we go.
Which D20? This one was kind of good luck. Let's see.
Got solid rolls, man. You're fine.
You get advantage too,
12.
remember.
Oh yeah. All right. So that one was a 12.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. That one was inconclusive. Hold on. Sorry. It literally fell into 2. Ooh, so that one's a 16. So 16 plus 3, 19.
Okay. So you find out Sorry, I need to refer to my map and my notes, so bear with me. I need to, like, cross-reference some stuff here. So, searching top to bottom of the Sea Ward. The detector begins to go off on the corner of Diamond Street and Ivory Street, and following as it gets more and more frequent, it leads you to the House of Wonder. This beautiful, almost, it looks like this almost stone Aztec style building with these big, large braziers out front. This is a temple of Mistra.
Castle Antevilla is not too far away.
Castle
Interesting.
Antevilla is not too far away.
It's like
Is the
literally a
whirly
block
do
across.
thing, the searcher thing, does it spin faster the closer we get to it?
The closer you get to the House of Wonder, the faster it appears.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, you guys want to go into the House of Wonder, see what's it's
Guess we're
about?
going there.
Yeah.
So,
Let's go.
Let's go in.
going in, we're going to handle this a little bit the way we've handled previous sort of multi-day activities.
Mhm.
Going in, you're greeted by a priestess of Mistra. She says, "Yes, how may I be of service to you?"
Vandal,
We're looking for the
come on, heading up the
Nimble
investigation. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, what Daerwyn said.
Rod. We're looking for the nimble, right?
All right, give me a Daerwyn. Give me a persuasion check, please.
Do we still have the little doohickey thing out, or are we
Yeah.
hiding it from them?
6.
Oof.
I know.
But presumably, if we're holding it out, right? So so the mistress can see us, like, this thing.
Yeah,
twirling
yeah,
about.
that's pretty accurate.
Ex-
That's a curious little device there. What is that?
Can I just...
Answer my question. Maybe we'll tell you.
You walked into...
Can I just walk around the hall? Oh, sorry.
You walked into holy ground, started making demands.
Yeah.
To the
Sure
High
did.
Lady. To the High Lady of Arcane Magic. Please leave the temple or you'll be asked to leave.
Oh.
No.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wait. Oh, it's okay. In the meantime, can I say to her, very sternly and aggressively, like we're in
Oh my god.
We are
My wisdom was
investigating-
18.
18. Okay.
good.
You feel arcane magic sort of grip around you and then release. So you've succeeded on the saving throw.
Nice.
And I look at her and I say, like, we are in the middle of a very, but I say I'll say it in my Batman voice. We are in the middle of a very important investigation. And we would appreciate all cooperation. That was a terrible Batman, but
Roll an intimidation check.
that's exactly what I wanted, Sean. Come on, intimidation. 16.
Okay. Okay. Vandal and Daerwyn. Hold on. Come on, D&D Beyond, work for me.
Yeah. Son of... I would like
if
to
I could have each of you roll a strength check for me.
Oh, neat.
Oh.
strength check.
Not me, just Vandal and Daerwyn.
Yeah.
Okay. This isn't great.
Strength. 14.
Okay.
5.
Great. Both of you are thrown through the front door of the temple as the priestess just pushes a hand forward and the doors slam shut in front of you.
But is Aurelia still inside?
So I'm alone. I'm alone in this.
She then turns to you. Would you like to?
We tried.
Would you like to threaten or make demands of a high priestess of Mistra within her own temple?
No. Despite the appearance, I promise friendly.
Very well.
I'd like to explain. Earlier this morning, yesterday.
Just give me a persuasion check, please.
Okay. I don't want to get thrown through doors. Come on. Plus,
If Godrick was here, this would
Vandal and
have happened.
Daerwyn, you're
He's the voice
both
of reason.
restrained, by the way.
Neat.
that?
Okay.
Means you can't move or make actions.
it's a 19.
Great.
Please tell me that's enough.
She says.
How long does that last?
Until she ends the spell.
Oh, brilliant! All right, cool.
Yeah. Don't walk into temples and make demands of priestesses. That's crazy people actions.
Leave us alone.
Aurelia, you are
We're emotional.
after some kindness, some discussion, you are walked into a back room where you see a creature very similar to the two Nimbrel rights, or at least to Nim, but a little bit different. This one has more elegant features, a more plain face, and sort of a bob haircut made of silver. You see that its chest is.
I'm imagining the berries and cream man now. That's all I can imagine.
Berries and cream.
Yeah, that's not awful. You see that it's laid out on a table. the chest is open and there's parts pulled out of it, and like bits and pieces all scattered about with all these arcane symbols traced on the table around it. You see another priest sort of there with similar glasses to the Temple of God Lady, and like inspecting the thing. This is what you're looking for?
Can I ask where you found this? Yes, where did you find this?
Well, actually we purchased it.
From who?
This was purchased from...
I swear to God, if you say Castellantis, I'm going to scream.
No. This was purchased from the captain of the Sea Maiden's Fair, a carnival ship in the docks.
Okay. When did you get this creature?
Oh, couldn't have been long ago. A couple weeks.
Okay, but
Maybe.
he was yours yesterday, yes?
He was ours yesterday. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Did he, I don't know, disappear suddenly? Do you send him out on tasks or things and like, errands?
It's in pieces. It's disassembled on the table.
No, but when you yesterday, did you send him out on a task or a...
It's been in pieces for longer than a week. It's
okay,
not
okay, so he
currently
came to in this condition.
non-functional.
Okay.
No, we
Okay, so
we
he's
did
definitely
this.
not the one we're looking for.
We did this to it, actually.
They can't reassemble themselves at will, correct?
No, it's currently inactive.
I don't know how they work.
We did discover this, and she pulls out a crystal about the size of a fist.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's the thing.
It's no. This is like a
No,
glass.
it's not thingy too.
Glass crystal with like arcane symbols on it. We believe it is a scrying crystal. We think that they're used to see through the nimble rites.
Could I look at that? Would you be okay with me just, having a gander
Of
at
course.
that there thing?
She hands it over to you.
Okay. Would you mind if I try to use this? Because have I already explained to her what happened? So she's
Yeah,
aware
I
of the
assume you've
situation?
given her full
Okay.
information.
Okay.
Are we still
So if I'm
strapped
okay, can I
outside
use
and
this?
ensnared?
You're still bound on the steps of the temple.
Neat.
Can I use this to see if we can find the other nimble right that killed our...
We think it's
our
one
sweet
way.
Jinx?
We think it's one way. Someone looks into that crystal to see around the nimble right.
Oh,
We don't know who yet.
well, that doesn't
but-
really... It doesn't help. Oh, so someone could be watching this right now.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. It's probably already seen me, but that's and I'm the only person that's been here for this crystal, so I'm the only identifiable person in our party. That's fine.
Well,
That's not going to
that
make
worked
me a
out well
target.
for us, actually.
That works out for us.
Yeah.
Okay. So you haven't seen any others. You probably are aware of the one that they have at the House of
Wonders?
Yes. You've
Or no,
obviously
the
are
House
aware
of
that one,
Ins-
but you
House-
haven't
sorry.
seen any others.
This is the House of Wonders. That's the House of Inspired Hands.
The House of Inspired
Inspired
Hands.
Yeah.
You
No, I
haven't
was
seen
not-
any others, correct?
No, I have. They sell them at the carnival at the Sea Maiden's Fair.
Okay, that's very, very helpful information. So there was others. It wasn't just the one there that...
Yes, we had this one custom ordered to befit members of the House of Wonder, and you see that she also has not she doesn't have the same silver bob, but she's got like a bun pulled, and it's silver hair, not like gray or white. It is silver.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the priestess does have silver hair as well.
Okay, so they were selling more of them. That's very helpful information. Thank you.
All right, and that is you. That's the information you gain. You leave the temple.
Mhm.
Your friends are released. And you continue canvassing.
Share the information with them.
Mhm.
I do
Don't-
think we need to go find this person who sells them, though.
Don't walk into temples and expect that the head priest at the temple is going to let you
As
talk
as
down
they're
to them.
walking away from the temple, Daerwyn flips off in the general direction
Oh.
of the temple.
Your hand is closed for you.
Oh,
Your fingers lowered down. She still has
They're still
telekinesis.
watching.
She still has telekinesis active for a few more minutes. And
neat.
she could throw things less than 500 pounds. So I would maybe.
Ooh.
All right.
She scares me.
Noted.
Okay.
Lesson
What
learned.
did we learn?
Listen, Daerwyn is feisty. She.
Yes.
I try to back you up.
Okay.
I get it.
Thank you.
Okay,
I
so
got
we need to
positive
go.
with
We need to
you.
go
We were
find
both
this
at the
procurer of.
So the
Yeah.
rest of your investigation, the rest of your investigation into the Sea Ward, it also pings at another manor house. Similar function to the other big, large manor houses you've seen, or the villa houses you've seen, with the large sort of gated entry. Very well off, well appointed. There are guards out front.
Will we know who it belongs to? The manor in question.
There is a crest on the front door.
Would Daerwyn know? Or...
No, Vandal. You could roll a history check on this one.
History check?
Mhm.
19.
19. This is the Deslanter family. They first rose to prominence in the 13th century as caravan masters, traders, and explorers. You don't know a whole lot about them, but you know a little bit of their family history. You know that they are not enemies of the Rostars.
Okay.
They're not enemies,
Yeah.
but are they friendly with the Rosnars?
Not overtly friendly. They've been to parties and stuff.
Okay.
You'd be able to identify a few members on site.
Okay. Huh. And there's guards.
Could I
in the front,
send
you said?
Rainier Paperbird? Could I procure one just to ask him if he knows anything about this family or has any ties to them or ins with them?
Yeah. Do you want to procure one or just a pack?
How many's a pack?
What
How
is
much is a
it,
pack
pack?
again?
25 gold.
25
gold.
gold for 6 of them.
Yeah,
was
you know
7.
what? Fine, let's do that.
Do you want me to pull it from the bank, or you
It's
want to pull
7.
it from your?
Yeah,
So-
pull it from the
I thought it
bank,
was
please.
7.
Fine, 7 of
Thank
them.
And then I'll send one to Radio, just being like, "Hey, do you know this family? Do you have ties to them? Could you get us in for a conversation?"
Okay. As you're sort of loitering around that street, after a while, you do receive a paperwork back that says, "Yeah, I'll get on that." He basically says,
Oh.
"Yes, he'll work on that." So
Okay.
remind
Do
me
we want to
next-
leave that for now? And
Remind me next session, and
When
we'll
we-
have an answer for that. Unless you
Okay.
guys want to,
Yeah.
unless you guys just want to end the day and come back after that information's been procured.
because we don't know what we're getting into, I don't want to necessarily go swinging into a noble house. Okay.
Yeah, Daerwyn is in the back of the pack right now because she doesn't want to be shoved out a door again.
Fair. That's fair. Should we end it and go back to the manor?
Yeah, probably until we get some more
Or-
information. Unless Vandal, you had another idea.
I mean, if we want to try to go in, I was thinking, because I do have a bottle of wine that was gifted to me for some work I did.
You do.
So we could try to be like, try to get in saying like, I have a present or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Go for it.
but
down.
that won't guarantee
Yeah, why
us.
not?
That won't guarantee us like
No.
getting an audience with the family because the guards in the front. They might just take it and be like, "All right, fuck
Yes.
off."
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. Do you want to give it a whirl, or do you want to... Because I think if Rainier said he'll get onto it, he must have some sort of connection. So at least
some
it's
connection, and
we
then
know...
we could probably
yeah.
make it. You know what? I'll hold off on the wine and see what Rainier says ultimately, and then if we need the wine, I can bust that out to like
Yeah.
hopefully get us a good audience, or at least put us in their favor, so we're not fighting for information or whatever.
Yeah, because we also don't know if we're in their crosshairs or whether it was just happenstance and they were targeting the dwarf or what. We still don't know whether it was just
We don't
bad
even
luck
know
or
if
whether
it's
it was
like
targeted.
the right nimble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's.
Yeah, once
I
again,
guess we can
another
end the day and
nimble.
head back.
Right.
Yeah. Because apparently there's a bunch of these everywhere because someone's just selling them.
Yeah, which we also need to investigate.
Being mass produced.
Yeah.
Hell.
Does the
Okay, we'll go back to the-
searchy thing, does it pinpoint specifically the one we're looking for, or
No,
is it just
finds creatures of
All
similar
of them.
of similar construction.
neat?
Yep.
Huzzah!
So we're gonna be going through a bunch of these, presumably.
But we gotta look at their. Could I assume that because the footprints we saw had a maker mark on it, is that individualized to just that one, or do they all have that on their foot?
I don't know.
Okay, so we're playing Cinderella, and we gotta look at each one of these guys to see.
Pretty
Basically,
much. We also don't know what identifies that nimble right either, because we didn't really see it, nor do we see have any sort of exact connection. So this is going to be needle haystack. Great.
All we know, it was like a burnt cloak, essentially. That the
Yeah. So if we
alleged
find
one
that,
we're
but
looking
apart
for.
from that,
all right, I guess so. We head back then. We end the day.
Okay. You head back. The next morning, Rainier returns and says, "So I've gotten some information for you. The what did I say their family name was? Excuse me. The Deslanters, their daughter did purchase one of these. It was, it's got sort of a green gemstone in one of its eyes. Looks like it was dressed in sort of swashbuckling gear, a big frilly hat and a doublet.
oh, you did not see that, did you, Daerwyn? Did you see a big frilly hat on the
No, just the cloak.
nimble right?
Are you muted, Jill?
Okay.
Jill's muted.
Sorry, there was a high pitched something coming from outside, so I muted myself.
Got it.
No, I don't. I just saw the cloak.
Yeah, the
But
original.
didn't we find a green gemstone, or someone gave us a green gemstone? Does that have anything to do with the green eyeballs?
No, this is just unreal. There's just gemstones or fantasy things. This is
Oh, okay.
unrelated. I don't want to give you red herrings just to give you red herrings.
Okay, got it.
There are red herrings, but I don't want to give you a bunch.
Okay, I'm
red
just confirming
red
to see if
herrings.
it had any relevance. But okay.
There was they say it was purchased for a pretty low price at the Sea Maidens Fair. They're docked ships currently at the pier. They've rented the full pier and turned it into a carnival.
Are we going to a carnival? Guys, are we going to go to the
Sounds
carnival?
Like it.
That seems like our next
Sounds
logical
like it.
step. Yeah.
Because I think I want to know more information about the nimble rights before we go back to this family to ask them questions, because I think we need to have some info.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're heading to the carnival. Do we have to dress
Whoa.
appropriately for it, or can we just rock up?
You can rock up however you are. We will.
always fun when he does this. Where it's
Yeah, I'm like, where is this going?
the long pause.
Where is this going?
All of a
long
sudden, another
pause.
loud explosion.
And there's more bodies across the floor.
More bodies. It's just me reading notes. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't trust you.
No, I don't trust you.
Fine.
either.
No.
You killed our sweet boy. You did
I
this.
just don't like it when I hear him shaking his dice, and I'm like, why do you need your dice?
I don't.
for?
I know
Why
that's
is-
the
why is
worst.
yours-
Why are you
I'm
doing
like,
that?
can you stop?
This sound from
Like-
this sound from anyone other than us is horrifying.
Is like
Yes.
triggering. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so awful. I'm like, what is it for? Or when he's like, hey, what was your hit points again? And you're like, no.
Oh, you're like,
I
who?
have-
Why do you
I
wanna
have all of
know?
the hit points.
1,000, I
I have
swear.
all of the hit points.
942. Why do you ask?
Seems like a very normal amount of hit points, yes.
100%. Yeah.
This nothing I have has like a good description of the carnival itself, and that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just read a really funny heading. It just said
What?
it just said escaped bear. I'm like, what is that?
Oh.
related
Yes.
to?
Maybe
Well, I mean,
maybe
it's pretty
there's an escaped bear that we
self-explanatory.
can find.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bear, and it escaped.
Maybe we want to befriend the bear.
How do you include a carnival and not have like a description of the carnival?
I imagine
Um,
it's just like a standard carnival.
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh.
So there's a as you approach where you've kind of been told to locate the Sea Maiden's Fair, there's this long dock, but that sits between two docked ships. So a long pier sitting between two docked ships. That entire pier is just front to back loaded with tents and awnings and various paraphernalia. You see cages with giraffes and elephants and what looks like a slurry of strange creatures, a unicorn.
So it's Santa Monica.
It's Santa Monica. There's a unicorn and a zebra, just like Santa Monica.
Just like Santa Monica.
You see
Yep.
people dressed in motley and clown outfits and on stilts, juggling, tossing fire, sword swallowing, all kinds of raucous, joyous celebration. There's a bunch of why can't I think of commoners, townsfolk, civilians, people? There are people just sort of all branding about and getting candy and food and enjoying the show. And yeah, that is the Sea Maiden's Fair there in front of
Lovely.
you.
Ooh.
The two ships that are docked, you see one is known as you see the Hellraiser and the Hellbreaker are the two names of the ships. And they are beautiful ships with colored sails and these flags draping from them back into the carnival.
What's our woolly doo doing? What's our little thing doing?
Yeah.
Probably spinning off the
yeah,
Richter
it's
scale at
it's
this point.
spinning off the charts.
All right. In we go.
All right, as you
Here we
you guys
go.
are each charged 2 silver for admittance to the Sea Maiden's Fair. So if you can mark that
Okay.
off your
2 silver.
person, yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful. Okay, can we see the stand where they're selling the nimble rights at all?
Yeah, sort of going through.
Oh wait, guys, are we all going to just head straight there, or did you want to actually wander around the carnival? before I make a decision that we're just
Oh,
going to
no.
go
I
straight
We're-
feel
for
like
the
I feel like
beeline?
we're on a mission.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
beelining.
well,
Going.
yeah, okay, perfect. Just so I'm not like, we're going straight there. No one has fun anymore.
We're gonna go ride the Ferris wheel first.
Yeah, our sweet boy died, but
Go
I
play-
want a pretzel real quick.
We're gonna go get a Dole Whip before we figure out who
Yep.
killed
Yeah.
our sweet
Yep.
baby boy.
As you enter the carnival, you are accosted by a series of jugglers and clowns and carnies and offered all sorts of lovely goods while you just sort of hold out this buzzing, spinning device. And we will end with the carnival celebration next session, whenever we record that. But for our viewers, that will be 2 weeks from today. You will see the carnival celebration. Yeah. And we may or may not be joined by Godrick. I'm not sure. So
TBD.
We've got
He may
the
still
book,
be
though.
stuck in a
We've
book.
got his book.
got his book. We'll figure that out. All right.
I hope he's having a Page Master adventure. That's my hope.
Yeah, we got to do.
He's
I'll
going through
have
all-
to do something.
He's going just all the genres.
I gotta plan a adventure for Godrick and the carnival, because apparently there's no carnival pre-planning, and I thought there would be. Oh well.
Woohoo!
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Sorry.
Cool.
We just
No,
went
I-
in.
No, it is. I could have
Bye,
just not
viewers.
included it, but I did.